a Dishonored RPG campaign. Sorry, technical problems abound here in Pandacia. Everything is bad here.
Particularly after a 2-month hiatus.
Yes, indeed. But we are back. We are streaming. We are recording. Sound is working. Players will hopefully die.
No.
Yes, good stuff like that. Okay, last session. You all were essentially hoping on catching up with whatever the Pervasion's plans were to activate the inversion, a whole culling of population in both the Isles and in Pandacia, exposing the whole world to the Void, letting only the Void-touched survive and that sort of thing. So, kind of in your effort to figure out where their leader, Lord Talbot, was going, you all, actually, when I say you all, I mean one of you, decided to try to follow him and see what he was looking for after he killed Anton mentor Nikolai Graves. Anton, you went to Bryampton, which is where Talvin said he was going, but it appears that he beat you in getting what he was looking for, some kind of painting. When you were looking for that painting, you got arrested because there were a ton of Kenrick private enforcers in the building. And in fact, one thing that you would be seeing in Bryampton is that they're absolutely everywhere, swarming the streets, just looking for where you guys went off to. As far as they know, everyone is still in town. So the rest of you all were trying to hatch a plan to...
His arm got broken, didn't it?
I think so.
When they arrested him, they're like, "You're never painting again," and they like broke his arm.
I don't think they said you're never painting again.
It wasn't about painting. It was they were trying to keep him from doing anything with it.
Oh, that's
Using
right.
void powers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have on hand which hand was broken?
No.
Okay. Well, our good friend the D20 will determine. What's your dominant hand?
Right.
Okay. Actually, I will let it be random. I'm not going to make like 8 through 20 the right hand and 1 through... I'm just going to say left hand is 1 through 10. Or I'll be nice. Left hand is 1 through 9. Right hand is 10 through 20. Or 11 through... It's 17.
Okay. Right hand.
Okay, right hand.
Can you not do void stuff anymore then?
Void stuff is left hand.
Oh, okay. Brilliant.
There you go. Also, even with
Because
your
you're,
arm broken,
like,
you can
the
still reach out to the
strategy.
void, even if you're in a cast.
That's not how. That's not how the void works.
Metaphorical.
It's more like a mental reach into the void.
That would be a very fun Dishonored campaign kind of thing. It's like, oh yeah, I'm not going to steal your mark. I'm just going to break your hand. Try reaching out to the void then.
It's a metaphor.
What? All right. So the rest of you all,
learn about metaphors.
thankfully, through the vigilance of former enforcer, wait, who was it? Orwell. I don't remember his first name. Was it Thomas?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Thomas Orwell, a radio man, was listening in on what was going on with the enforcers, and Anton didn't tell you guys that he was leaving for Bryampton, taking a portal all the way there, but thankfully, Orwell was listening and heard that someone matching Anton's description was arrested. Anton, you met with head watchman Phillips, he might actually be investigator, who wanted to get some details about, like, why is Libera doing this? Oh, it wasn't him? Who did do it? That sort of thing. Trying to get to the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it seemed like there was both confusion on both parts there. So, I believe where we all picked up was you all on the Premier, Sybil Hastings' very fast airship. MTC's going with you. Sybil Hastings, technically Clip. LG's going with you. Greg Candler's going with you, now deputized as a charter marshal. Who am I forgetting?
Is Orwell coming?
Orwell's coming.
Brigham's coming?
Brigham's coming.
What's my old partners doing? Two and are they like?
Thank you for reminding me. That's
Yeah.
why I asked.
Yeah.
Yes. So, both Sherry and Emmett are. They'll just be probably traveling with you guys for now.
What about who's watching our friend David?
David who?
Hasselhoff?
What?
Not
David Hasselhoff is in this campaign.
What?
I forget it was.
I know
who's
who
gonna
you're
help
talking
us
about.
now?
Daniel. Everton.
our cast of characters. We have
Oh,
George Orwell and
Remember
David Hasselhoff.
he got torn in half, and then
That's
we
correct.
stitched him together.
Yeah, Sherry's not
Oh,
going with you.
it's
Sherry's
been 2
watching
months.
over Everton, and Emmett is with them. So those two are hanging out here in Sunline. But
Cool.
that was the plan for you all to
Yeah.
reconvene after Bryanton is done.
Yes, that's correct.
Because Leonard Glenn, Mikhail
Ellison.
Civilian, and Ellison Tesroy are on their way to Paralay Station to broadcast your message of truth across the airwaves of Pandyssia. Okay, I think that's just about everything. We're going to resume with you all in the airship. LG, actually, you know what? LG's got a lot on his mind. Brigham is going to approach you all and just ask, so, what exactly is the plan going on here?
Would Barrett know what the layout of the prison holding place and execution area would be?
Absolutely. Yep.
I mean, preferably, I'd like to just walk in there with the cover I've still got intact. Find Anton, maybe a couple of uses of this if I have to. Give him this, and then have him take us out.
We're gonna have to break into a prison for that.
Maybe not. They still think I'm a part of the pervasion, remember?
But by the time we get there, the broadcast have already gone out.
Did they plan
No.
for it to be simultaneous?
Not when we
They're
get
going
there.
to wait until, I'm going to say 8:30 to do the broadcast.
We've got time. That should be the backup plan. So give me half an hour before that to try and sneak in.
We should. What time are we arriving?
3 a.m. in the morning.
We need to go under cover of darkness. We need to go earlier than that.
Then let me go earlier than that first. Try it, and if it doesn't work, I'll come back.
Good. Take the Hastings device with you.
Of course.
We need somebody to shadow her in case things go wrong.
No. Let her do it. Just contact us if you need anything, and we will track you down.
I don't mind the idea of someone coming along with, but the problem is all of you are wanted here. I'm not.
I don't think that people won't recognize you, though, because your name went out on that broadcast as well as a suspicious character. Not?
I've had that cleared. I spoke with Varen afterwards.
Right.
Either Sab or I should follow from a distance, just in case her cover's blown.
If you're absolutely certain you can keep your distance and not get noticed, sure.
That's why I said Sab or I. And then everyone else should.
Await further instruction via the Hastings device. If
We
things
should
go
have-
south, we could use the manpower.
We should have a backup plan ready to break in by another means if they won't let you in.
Sure. But that should be... what?
Oh, I just wanted to ask what the status of the Royal... Sorry, making a maxim. The Republican Morley and Constabulary is here. Bryanton is still a territory of Morley, and... have you met any of the lawmen here?
In Sunline, yeah.
Memory check, actually, for Heisel and Sab.
Oh, wait, did we meet one in,
Bryanton.
Wow, throwback.
Study carefully.
I stinking left my other book at home.
Oh.
So I'm sure I wrote down something.
Very cleverly, you said?
Because we've had run-ins with the
Carefully.
law.
Okay.
Details. Details.
It's a natural 20. It's a good beginning.
Again, natural 20 is a great thing for a random check here.
Yeah.
For those of you joining from D&D, 20s are bad in this game.
That's one success. The other one's off by 1 point, which is a shame.
Okay. It's eluding you. You were definitely interrogated by a bunch of people in the RCM. RMC. Sorry. I'm going to just go easy. But you're not remembering any names of the people there. You do know, though, that you were interrogated by Morleyan officials, not Pandyssia.
I mean, there is a Morleyan presence there in Brighton,
Right.
but it does seem like whatever the Pervasion is trying to do in terms of turning us against Morley, That wouldn't jive well with the constabulary being here. I think that might be one reason there's been more and more enforcers here lately.
Well, that's the question: is have the enforcers made enemies of the constabulary? Enemies of the enforcers, in our case, are very strong allies.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Hmm.
At the very least, we could send someone off to check on them.
That could work. I'd be happy to go there. I think I remember a few names that may have gone in the direction of Pandacia. Don't know if they worked with us still, but
And you're certain I could get there unseen?
I think so. I know how patrols work. I can do my best to avoid them.
Sybil, have you got another radio Brigham could take with him?
You're asking. Yes! I have 22, actually.
And you're willing to lend him one? That was the operative part of the question, see?
I'm willing to loan him one. You got anything for a down payment? We're really talking about very important stakes here. Unfortunately, being defamed and framed for murder is not quite good on the pocketbook. I have 10 notes. That'll do fine. You'll get it back. As long as I get my radio back. Alright. Well, there you go. I have this comically small radio.
I have one of those too, right?
And you got the Hastings device frequency already?
Of course.
Good.
Perhaps maybe one of you could come with me. Yes, I can definitely sneak on my own if I so desired, but it might be good to have someone with me if things ever go south.
Maybe I could take one of you along with me, and Brigham could take the other.
I'll go with Heisel.
Okay.
All right, kid, you're with me.
Before you leave. He's like, "Hi, awesome. I need to tell you something quick before you
It's
leave."
like the old days, Lee.
Alright. Is there time for him to try to fix... Is there equipment and time here to try to fix armor?
Yes, there absolutely is.
Alright.
Yeah, it's definitely more of an electronics workshop, but Sybil likes to keep her options open for stuff to develop and build. So if she needs a custom part on her own, she'll try her hand on it first if she, is in the air. Needs to make it. So yes, your armor is repaired.
Alright.
You're experienced enough to just repair this without a check.
Yeah, and then there was the. Remember we still have to talk about this. There was something where Sav was with Cyclone, went to Hastings, and he was going to do something mechanical with them, and he had some points. So I'm just putting that in the back of your mind, just for.
I'm sorry, it's been a really long time.
Alright.
I
What
remember
details?
vaguely
Yeah,
that happened.
basically,
I need
he was
details.
gonna build something, and we were like, we just won't worry about it. He had like 2 momentum dice, and I was like, we'll have him build something. So I'm really leaning towards electric brass knuckles.
Okay.
I'm like
Those have been made before.
building those things so that punches, and I kind of decided. Yeah. So
Shocking.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll keep those in mind for development.
cool.
Let me make a note of that.
I'll roll that when you need to.
Oh, you wanted to build that? Well, with Sybil or?
So he was with Sybil. He was also with Cyclone, and they were like, I don't remember. I think they had like an evening. It was like people were off doing something, and this was what he was doing.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what it would have been. Was try and build some of those so you can use them.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and roll a tinker check. Did you want someone else to build them?
Probably because he's not good with that. He did have 2 momentum, so whoever has that.
All right. Okay. So I actually have been working on a pretty a simplified crafting system because I figured with the Fallout campaign coming.
Teaser for the street.
Yes, teaser. Yes. I don't like the idea of just like scavenging around for parts, so I've simplified it a little bit to make it so that you can still search for parts and that sort of thing without like just literally taking 30 minutes away from the game. You're like, does this store have the part? Does this store have the part? Does this abandoned warehouse have a part? So I will go ahead and say, honestly, Cyclone probably already had blueprints for something like this. This is like his wheelhouse. So the design stage, or sorry, the planning phase is complete. Parts. Sybil would have whale oil on hand, even in small canisters for small power sources.
We have.
Do you have brass knuckles on hand?
He does have brass knuckles. So he has his brass knuckles. He also has a stun rod. That my thought is just.
Oh, just convert it.
Yeah, just.
Okay, yeah,
There we go.
most parts are available, and there would be enough metal to make something that's actually. Levi, brass doesn't conduct electricity, right? Or it conducts it very poorly.
I don't remember off the top of my head. It probably conducts it somewhat,
Yeah.
at least,
Okay.
because it's got copper in it.
Right. Yeah. So I'd wager it's not the best. So there would probably be a small amount of metal work required for that. But because it's so small, I will go ahead and say you're done with procurement. Now it is just production. So, let's see. I'll say this is pretty easy. You're gonna need to pass 2 checks, separate periods of time, unless someone's helping you. Difficulty of 3 to assemble this.
Okay.
Brass is about 1/4 the conductivity of copper.
Okay.
So
Good to know.
Barrett
significantly
have
less,
enough
but
time to help him and repair his armor.
Yes.
Well, I'm thinking that if he's talked to them and they have the parts, that they probably would have made this
oh,
during
okay.
that time.
All right.
Because I don't think he's used them right.
And Cyclone was there, and Sybil was there.
Yeah.
So honestly,
And you can just take that momentum and.
keep it.
Okay.
Keep it.
Alright, retroactively I have 2 momentum. I'll just camera over.
I'm gonna actually be showy about these dice right here.
Okay.
What do we have? Oh, wait, that's a nat 1.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
what's the nat 20 look like on this?
Just a 20.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
Oh, right, because this is for a 2d20 game.
Okay.
Oh,
I understand.
This is
All right.
incredible.
So one of those
Get some
is
of those.
Critical success.
so okay. 2 checks are needed to assemble this. The first one is a success. It's 3, which is exactly what was needed. Next one, Sybil's taking it. That is also 3 successes. Yeah, she has a focus of 5.
She's good at this.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is her thing.
This is so fun.
All right.
It's almost like some of
So
these things as a world-class inventor or something.
yeah.
Yeah, it's almost
Indeed.
like she is.
Okay. All right. So that is taken care of. You have yourself a nifty pair of electric brass knuckles.
Pretty
Um,
nasty.
Cyclone would have told you, "Oh man, this is a cool idea. You need to get
One time. It
LG
came up
or
as pretty frisky nasty.
Dispatch talking about this one. There was a old threat to the Empire. He was like trying to trace down the Lord Protector, and he used
Mhm.
pretty much like almost a pair of gauntlets, so that like when you grab someone, you zap them. I like this better because you don't just zap them, you also deck them.
Yeah.
So good idea. But talk to LG about this one. He's got that whole fascination for the crazy people that attacked the Empire after that point. Fun time.
Cool.
He's got 5 and crazy
Yeah.
people.
I'm imagining there's like,
He does.
I want
It's his hobby.
imagine there's
He's a
some,
serial
like,
killer girl.
you know, glove-ish elements. So it's like a little like, has some that on there as the things come out, like metal
Yeah.
pieces. So it's like a little bit. It's like a hybrid between like brass knuckles and like a little glove.
Yeah, I know what you're
thing.
talking about.
So
I think there's a Batman comic.
probably Batman like. Anyway, yeah. So I'm
Raven-like.
pretty happy.
He is a
He-
Ravenling.
Yeah, he's becoming Ravenling. Yeah, powers up. Probably make sure they have. Yeah, I think I have canisters for my little leg kickdown thing. I think Sab's all ready to go. Do you guys have any throwing knives by any chance? I have like 4, but you know,
I have stabbed knives, and that's it.
I feel sorry for you. Throwing knives are so awesome, man. Except when clowns are using them.
Except one who?
Clowns are using them. And you're tied to like one of those spinning things. Not a good time.
I daily wonder more about the circus you were in, Seb.
Yep. I wonder about it too. I'm really, really hoping just one of the bombs just, I mean, missed them and just they got scared and decided to break up the circus. Yeah,
Hmm.
definitely.
All right. So your armor's repaired. Was there anything else that needed to be planned?
Unless Sab wanted to talk.
Oh yeah, Sab. He probably. Who's kind of our man in the chair, woman in the chair right now?
Hmm?
Like people who are like home-based people.
Orwell?
Okay.
Yeah. Orwell's probably. This is a very cramped cabin. Any conversation can be heard unless you're in the cockpit, which Sybil says, don't get in the cockpit.
What about the bathroom?
Okay.
It is.
Sab will just
about
like
the
write
size
it
of this
down.
island right here.
Sab will just like write it down
Airplane.
and like show it to him and then like destroy it.
What is it?
What are you showing?
And he'll probably show it to someone else too. Basically, it's a little note, shows it to you. Probably shows it to. Do we trust Orwell? I'm guessing we do.
Barrett does.
Yeah, so we'll show Orwell too. He probably showed.
listen, I literally just lost
He
my
showed-
job, man.
He showed Mikhail. Okay, shows it and basically says.
Mikhail's not here.
He's on the other team.
I think he did he show him earlier? Maybe. We'll see. I think he just did. Okay, yeah. I don't think he has it. So he shows him, shows Orwell, and the note says, "I've hidden a tracker in the Hastings device, so if she gets kidnapped again, we can track her down."
You say that, but Anton's been kidnapped.
I know,
way
I
more
know.
times.
He'll make separate ones for everyone. Anyway, so it shows that just in case, I've
Barrett
done
nods
that.
approvingly.
It's like just go contact Cyclone. He can go and like do that, and probably puts the
This is the equivalent of Siren giving everyone
maybe
gifts
a
so she
frequent.
tracks them.
Should he give the frequency to the protectors so that they can contact them? Or well, I guess.
Are you gonna ask Orwell to do that?
Basically giving Orwell the information for like being like, hey, does Orwell know protector people? I mean,
He knows LG.
okay, probably through that, be like through LG. It's like there's a tracker. Cyclone knows about it. Contact him if Heisel goes missing, or the Hastings device goes missing.
All right. LG is actually going to talk to you, Isel, to say, my name wasn't on that broadcast. You need any backup? Other than Mr. Shadow here?
I mean, do you think anyone there would recognize you?
I mean, if Lysander's there, then yes. But he also recognizes you.
Right, but the assumption is that they still think I'm a part of the Pervasion.
Yeah.
And he was here earlier today.
Yeah. Dang it. I never get to go on missions anymore. Nah, it's okay. I do.
Popular.
That was just a joke. I'm
Listen,
fine
I'd
here.
take you. I would.
Nah, it's all good. I got stuff that needs doing anyways, so.
Okay. Listen, after all this, let's catch up. I want to hear about what you and Anton have been working on.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we definitely need Anton back for that. He's,
Working on it.
yeah. Yep. If there's anything I can do, if, like, you guys want brunch or something, I can make it in, like, the kitchen over there.
You know how to cook?
Water.
Larder. You know how to cook?
I can make eggs.
Good enough. Sure.
There you go. Probably the best food you'd find in this stupid town. I don't like Brampton.
Brampton is the worst.
I have a little hold on it myself.
Yep, well, let's just go ahead and get this taken care of then. Best of luck to you all, I guess.
We'll be back soon.
Alright. Okay, is there any more planning that needs to be done on the flight over?
Now, once we get there, Barrett's going to leave his rifles in the ship.
Okay.
He's just going to be putting his void artifact on his pistol and concealing that.
Yes, okay. I forgot about that nifty thing. Okay.
We're doing empty this game.
Yep. Alright. Anton. Your cell that you're in, it has no windows. It's very easy to lose track of time in it.
Right.
Phillips interrogated you in the middle of the night, and it seems like not much time has passed before he comes back. with a couple of other enforcers, with a scale and a measuring tape. You just see that in his hand. Well, good morning, artist. How are you doing?
I'm as well as you could expect, I guess.
Well, that's good.
I don't know what you need the weight of everyone you kill?
Well, not really my preferred job, but I'm a bit of an expert on execution for the enforcers, and weight is very important when it comes to nooses. Don't want to decapitate you, and we
Right.
don't also want you wiggling for 20 minutes. It's a fine line.
I suppose I don't want to wiggle for 20 minutes either.
You didn't happen to think of any more answers on the whole Lee Barrett issue, did you?
Well, I thought of something. Do you know all that I can even do? They have this music box, so I can't
I
do
do.
anything with the void. Do you even know what all I can do?
Well, we knew you fled the scene of a crime through a void portal, which was certainly new.
That's one of the flashier ones. One of the less flashy ones, I can get answers from the void.
Answers.
I don't know everything, but I can ask anything.
Normally, I'd say you're trying to get in my pocketbook, but
I obviously am not angling for money right now.
sorry, you just sound like a carny right now.
Well, I'm willing to prove it to you if you want. Not ask you to do anything about it. If you don't want to after that, just I'll give you one answer free.
Persuasion check, difficulty of 4. This is like the music box is like, this is how we keep you from doing any weird magic stuff. And he literally knows you could tear a portal into the void right now and just run away.
Right.
So it has to be quite the difficult check on this one.
Persuasion. Don't. Can I say talk boldly? It's still not going to be nearly enough, but
You can talk boldly. It's rather bold of you to say, like, it's like, take off my handcuffs.
yeah.
Huh?
2
Right.
successes. It's gonna be like, you can watch me as much as you want. You can make sure I don't do anything weird. It's not as much of a process. It's all I need is something to draw with. You could stay there, have the music box, bring it closer. You know, it would hurt me if it was a little bit closer and you started cranking it. So it's not like I'd
I know,
try
I
to get
know.
that done.
Unfortunately, artist, you're a bit of an unknown element. And we don't know what exactly you can pull. So
I
we're
can
going to
turn
err on the
any-
side of safety here.
I can turn anything you want into gold. I'd show you that one for free too. Anything that fits in your hand, I'd turn it to gold for you.
Aha, now you are a carny. I've definitely heard that one before.
Yeah,
Just
but
put
we
in
never-
two Morlean banknotes and out comes.
I wouldn't recommend making a banknote into gold. I'd think more like
I
you
know.
take some sort of
I just
wooden
know
little
what
trinket.
fool's gold is.
How would if you handed me a little statuette that was made of wood and I turned it into fool's gold, how is that any less impressive than me turning it into real gold?
Oh,
How's
you mean
that
you're not
any
just going to
easier?
give me gold? You're going to make
No.
something into gold.
You would be able to see it turn into gold.
Well, that would be very interesting. And I guess we would be adopting the role of the old overseers and execute a witch.
Right. As I said, you don't have to change your decisions or do anything different. I'll give you one for free. Just to prove I can really do it, that I'm not lying.
He just looks at the other enforcers in the room. Step on the scale. And he slides the scale your way. Unless you want your death to be very painful or very gruesome.
I'll step on the scale. What do you even get out of this? I know it's your
Your weight?
job, but why do you want to do it?
Well, right now the evidence is lining up in that you were a murderer of a very good man.
That I murdered him?
Yes. At the very least you killed one of the men in the checkpoint. Slashed to death with a well-boned sword.
And so you're really doing it for the justice of the thing.
That's right.
You always sure when you execute someone that they really did it?
Now, truth be told, executioneering is a bit of a new job for me. I've done my research. Most of the time it was up to the constables to do that sort of thing.
You not done this before?
Oh, I've done this before. Different circumstances, different time. Back with Lee Barrett, actually. Back in the Crystolian army.
So you knew him?
Of course I knew him.
And you think he would do any of that?
No, but I certainly know he's been through a lot. Apparently he died. Now he's back. I don't even know if it is him.
He didn't really die. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but
We combed
someone
that river
fixed
pretty
him
good.
up. That's because he wasn't in it. He wasn't dead. If he'd have been dead, you would have found the body, I'm sure. Someone else found him while he was still alive.
Really? Who?
I don't know who it was.
All I know is I haven't seen Lee Barrett here. And right now it looks like, well, from what I know, Lee Barrett, shot that was took on Mr. Kendrick, was very much so like what he would do. It was a prime spot.
He's the only sniper in the world.
No, but he was there. And we don't know of anyone else that was there with that rifle.
He
With
wasn't.
that whalebone sword. Well, that was yours.
He wasn't in the room with the gun
According
when
to
it
you.
went off. Surely someone else would have seen.
Unfortunately, most of the witnesses were killed at the checkpoint by a bone sword.
Which I didn't have at the time. Are you not going to get convinced by anything? If you're in this for justice, there's nothing else you want?
It just...
You
Who
don't
did it?
want...
Lee Barrett didn't do it. Who did?
I never saw him. I could ask the void who did it. I could get who it was.
There's just no guarantee you're not going to do something freaky.
The guarantee is that it would take a little bit of time for me to try to do something freaky. And during that time,
According to
you'd be
you.
able to watch me.
We don't know if that's the truth. We're just trying our best.
Guess I'm just trying my best to. You know, I
Right.
might be able to try to give you a mark of your own if you want. If you wanted to see what it was even like.
You
how it
know,
works.
bribery with both gold and magic void powers is not the best case to make, especially with an enforcer like me.
Well,
Maybe with some other scumbag like crap. That man could vouch for that. But, not me.
could you send in one of those scumbags after this then?
Any last requests that I could be able to oblige? You do seem like, even if you were in on this, which I don't know, you were probably roped in. Anyways, I do want to treat you right, at least by the end. Any last requests? Final meal?
Only request I can make at this point is that at least I could know who did it, even if you wouldn't believe me.
really. Make a persuasion check. Difficulty of 2. It's an interesting thing to ask for.
No!
Have you got void points?
I got a void point for being the beginning of the session, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Would that be a top boldly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 2 successes.
Interesting request. What's your last name again?
Blackburn.
Oh, Mr. Blackburn. I'll do what I can. Can't turn that machine off, though, unfortunately. But I'll take another look into the case. But, can't find anything in the next 5 hours. We'll have an appointment.
Well, that's an appointment I hope I'll be able to miss, but at least after this you'll be able to buy me a nice set of clothes or something, you know, all my measurements.
That's true.
Or I'll die. And then it won't
All
matter.
that. All right. Good speaking with you, Mr. Blackburn. And Phillips is going to head out. All right. So the rest of you all.
One
Yes.
random thing. It might not turn out to be useful at all. Does he still have like the paints that he uses?
No.
Do we have them?
You brought those with you, didn't you? Yeah. No.
Okay. Alright.
Not the paints.
Probably most or all of the things that I own would have been on me.
Yeah.
So,
Alright.
And you weren't hiding anything on you, were you?
no,
Okay.
not specifically.
Yeah. You've lost everything. You've lost everything.
I've lost everything.
But not your life yet.
I do keep a toothpick.
All right.
Where you wouldn't expect it. So no, he's just picking his teeth. No.
Anyway.
They're like, where'd you get that? Not that it matters, but what?
Okay. So the rest of you arrive in the middle of the morning. Okay. I want everyone on the ship to roll a survive forcefully check resilience.
Void resilience?
No,
No?
regular resilience. You all have been without sleep for like more than a day at this point. You're getting tired.
1.
Difficulty is 2.
Oh.
Sorry. You're not gonna die if you fail, but time to pull my first all-nighter. It's 3 a.m. Oh.
Still a
yeah, I
1.
got 2 naturally.
1.
1.
So
Okay.
that's the only one.
All right. Barrett and Heisel. Minus 2. To, let's see. Yeah. Or plus 2 to anything that you roll. Yep.
Jeez, man.
You've been tired.
And Sab
Can we
is
get that
fine.
reduced if we find a source of caffeine?
Sab
Yes.
looks at them.
Oh.
Is there coffee aboard or like similar?
There's coffee in the larder.
Okay,
Okay.
well then let's drink a coffee.
Sab
before we
pulls
go.
out. Sab reaches in and says, "You guys look tired." He pulls out from his stash 2 quickies.
Quickie stims.
Yep. In case you need them.
I think I'll just drink some coffee.
Barrett will
thanks.
put one in his pocket.
Sab just puts
Coffee.
it into her hand.
Whoa, whoa,
I know,
whoa.
I know.
LD sees that. Those are a lot more potent than you think, kid. It's,
It is life or death. I don't want them to like fall asleep on this mission.
I'll drink a cup of coffee, Sab.
they're
I appreciate
incredibly
that.
addictive, and I'm not talking about coffee right now. I'm talking about that stuff. Take it, take it,
As
take
a
it from
last
me.
resort, here's this.
That's what they're built for.
Yeah.
They're built for when people are wounded and can't get to a hospital in time and need like adrenaline. Not for like all night study session.
Nice. I'll take that actually.
I was like, I did that in college. It was a bad idea.
Alright, well the rest
Yes.
of you stay safe, lay low, and we'll see you soon.
So Barrett's gonna put on his black coat and his black hat.
Okay.
He's going to wait like a few minutes behind Heisel. before
And I'm
he
just
folds
gonna
her.
get going
All right.
after my coffee. How much does coffee reduce things?
1.
Okay.
So now it's just minus
Or
or
plus
plus 1
one.
to whatever you roll.
All right.
Yep. Coffee.
God bless coffee.
This session is sponsored by coffee.
We love it.
Oh, I was gonna make coffee. Darn.
Do you guys want a coffee? No, it's too late for that.
Yeah.
Now. Sorry about that.
I drink
All right.
coffee later, technically.
I don't think I'm gonna sleep.
Heisel.
Fair enough.
Once the Premier lands, you step off it and onto the docks of Bryampton once again. Stepping off, you would see something look a little familiar in not a good way. You would see tents on the dock, people sleeping just on the docks, and you would see the gate closed once again to Bryampton as refugees from whatever actions are going on in Morley stranded on the docks, just like the first time you came here.
Well, considering everyone's probably still asleep, I'm gonna be pretty quiet. Just heading over to the gate.
Yep. All right. Could I do Heisel first?
Yes,
What's
I'm
the
just-
distance you're keeping?
Probably within sight. My only thing is, does Barrett know of another way into the city? Because if
Right.
if it looks like Heidel's gonna have to talk her way through, he's just gonna go up.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, he's not gonna be able to talk his way in.
Roll a study, cleverly or carefully check. Hidden focus of 2.
All right.
This is a recent thing that the enforcers have done. So it's not, the enforcers have never been perimeter guards. That's not within our purview.
What's the difficulty?
2.
2. I'm gonna use a void point to make this a critical success.
Okay. Bryampton has a sewer system.
He's gonna go in the sewers,
All right.
but first he's gonna make sure Heisel gets through.
Okay. So, Heisel, going up to the gates, there you would see 2 enforcers standing at it.
Not
trying
the
his
same
best
ones as
to-
earlier? When I went out of the gate?
Oh yeah, you did go out to the docks.
Because
Not
if
the
any of
same
them are
ones.
the same guys.
They
okay.
work on shifts.
Unlike you, they sleep.
Yes.
Sorry, miss. Perimeter's closed for the night.
Even for someone coming back in? I was
Sure.
in here earlier today.
You got proof of a Bryampton residence?
No, but I was let out on Vern Pelican's command.
Roll a persuasion check. Talk. What style do you want to do with this?
I like cleverly. I love cleverly.
I'll cleverly for this.
Cleverly is my favorite thing.
I'm gonna say difficulty of 3 for now.
Okay.
But I'm also going to say that even if you fail this, it's not the end. You can still try, and
Well, that's okay, because that's actually 4.
okay, take 1 point of momentum.
Then
Oh, okay. All right, miss. Tell the boss that Hollick and Dillings are doing a good work here.
Pollock and Dillings?
Yeah.
Which one's which?
Hollick Dillings.
Alright, I'll say it. I'll pass on the word. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you, miss.
I'm gonna go in.
Dillings.
I know. Dillings is good.
Oh.
He's not a Minecraft villager, I swear.
I like to think that he's just a Minecraft villager with like a Dishonored hat covering it.
Oh man.
Who's really behind that?
It's a villager. Anyway.
Okay. You do get it.
So, I'm trying to remember. Do I have any reason to know? Oh yeah, I mean I've been in the prisons before. I know where the prisons are.
You've been in prison?
You have
Yeah,
been to
a
the
prison life.
constabulary prison.
Would I have ever caught wind of if Maxim has anything personal?
Roll a study. Cleverly, carefully. Details.
I remember when it was only study cleverly.
Knowledge focus of 3.
Oh, that's tragic because the +1 is 0 successes.
Oh no.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nope.
Alright. Well, I might as well start at the local prisons.
All right. So, the sewers. Go ahead and roll a stealth check first. I'm gonna go ahead and roll it against the guards. Dillings has a very keen eye.
Oh, did Orwell say where Anton was being taken in his broadcast? Or not broadcast, when he listened in?
You did. You didn't remember where.
But surely Heisel would have. Heisel's not been AWOL for 2 months.
You have been very long without sleep.
But it's been 2 months.
Why you take the quickie? Not really.
Can I at least roll a check?
Fine. Same check, same difficulties.
Shooting up with quick stim. I remember everything.
Hey, what was it that you said earlier? I remember now. 2?
2.
All right.
Leo,
What
I rolled
else?
so-
Thing.
Also LG in college. I forgot everything I learned this entire semester. Oh, I know it all.
Just for finals week.
Exactly.
1 in the stealth check. All right.
That's what I do with coffee. During
Yeah.
Heisel.
class week.
Yes. There are holding cells in the. I need to figure out an official name for it. Offices, headquarters, the place where you originally got off in Bryampton from the Enforcer airship. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
When Lysander met you with the whole radio thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the Enforcer's headquarters, and they have their own holding cells there.
I see. Then I would head towards that instead.
Okay, good to know. 1. On a stealth check, move quietly, stealth focus.
Yep.
Okay. You would find. I'm not just going to do a comical manhole cover, but you would see essentially a drain pipe over near the coast that is open. And as you start crawling down, you hear. Sorry. Always hard to decide a voice. Hello, is someone down there?
Barrett's gonna hide around a corner and pull his pistol out.
Holy.
To, not to like shoot, but like to pistol whip.
Okay, gotcha. Pistol whip. Okay. Alright. Roll another move quietly check.
I need to get new dice. That's only 2.
2?
Bad.
2
Breathe
successes?
quietly,
Two
Barrett.
successes.
Maybe you should roll darker colored dice for when you're trying to hide.
See, that's what I do. I match the color to the vibe of what's happening.
I can see you right there.
No, you can't.
This is private property, sir.
I'm trying to relieve myself.
Roll a deception check.
Can I do talk swiftly? 'Cause that was a
That was
quick
pretty.
thinking lie.
I mean, you could actually.
It's clever. Sorry.
I do feel like it was pretty like.
Okay.
Alright, it was pretty. You can use quickly. Good argument. And the
I
use of
persuaded
onomatopoeia.
more. And then I can use swiftly all the time.
1.
1.
You're going number 1. He's not gonna believe number 2.
Well, because you
I
just
was
had
gonna
all that
say-
coffee.
You could always follow through.
That's
You just
true.
had all that coffee.
He could.
Oh dear.
One
Just
with
had
some
coffee.
fluff.
Well, that's all fine, sir.
wants
Just
to
take
rap.
care of it somewhere else. You're not even at the
Still
drain pipe at this
yeah.
point. You're just like behind a building, pretty much. Or
I'm
behind
almost done.
I am armed, sir. I'm coming over. You're going to need to run, or I'm going to start shooting.
If you say so. He started running.
Okay. All right. Yeah, the guy was not an enforcer, just somebody guarding a ship.
And so, yeah, he's running down towards, trying to keep close in the dark towards like the sea wall.
Okay.
Yes.
That is the only. So there are essentially, unless you want to go for a swim, walls around this entire docking area. So there are private docks and then there are public docks. Right now you're at the public dock. The public dock is what's walled in, so you could swim around it. But that is the only other entrance to this into the city that you're aware of.
I can't get to the sewer.
That's the drain pipe.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get to the drain pipe.
Yeah, that's part of the private property that the guy saw you at.
Okay, well I'll just.
You could try going back again
Can
if you wanted.
Can I get in there? I'm running, booking it towards the drain pipe.
Oh, okay, all right. Sir, wrong way. What do you? I will shoot.
Every property has two ends. I'm going to that one.
He's gonna shoot you.
It's dark,
That's correct.
and I am running, and I am going to start zigzagging.
You don't get a chance to start zigzagging. Essentially, you're just not going to be able to resist. But it is dark. You're right.
It's like I zig, get shot.
You hear a gunshot. It misses.
Oh.
Sir,
he's
sir,
dead.
private. Enforcers, I need help here.
Oh no.
All right, you get it to the drain pipe, so you're there.
He's going to run in.
Okay, all right, you're in. You're in.
He rolled a 1 on his check. Now he's urine.
Okay,
In the sewers too.
Anyways.
so Heisel, we'll go ahead and resume with you. What were you gonna say?
I probably would know where to kind of come out in the sewers. Where would I be heading? Is the thing. Because we might not be heading to the same location at this point.
Well, I mean, if Orwell's message...
roll a study carefully navigation check for this one. It's one thing to know like entrance into a town. It's another thing for you, Enforcer, to know like the schematics of the sewers.
Well, I'm just coming out at the first exit I see.
Oh, the first one?
And then just trying to find my way on the streets. Too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Are you sneaking?
Yep.
Okay. Move stealthily, quietly.
I'm using my dark dice now.
The dark, stealthy die.
3 successes.
See?
Okay.
That's what it is.
There. And mostly the superstition lives on.
It always works.
Get 1 point of momentum.
Yep, Barrett.
Hey.
There we go. I'm gonna need that.
You rise above in a manhole cover and quietly slide it back down. You're in the city. Where do you want to go?
Where is the top security prison that Kenrick would have had access to in Burton?
Well, that's the question. The cells that the Enforcer has are in the Enforcer offices. But the question is, do they have access to the constabulary cells?
Well, the idea is where would they hold someone that they're about to execute? Because there's probably fewer of those in the general prisons.
Roll a Enforcer check. Difficulty of 4. Focus of 5. Study carefully.
Study carefully. I will use momentum.
This is kind of niche. Ooh.
5 successes.
Okay.
Dang.
All right. Yeah. So maybe Phillips dropped a comment on this from time to time. So depends on the execution. If they were just doing a firing squad, they'd probably just do it outside of the offices. But if they were doing a hanging, the constabulary is a fair amount closer to at least the public square where the gallows are usually set up. I can't just tell you what is standard because this is something that is selective based on the person. If they wanted it to be public, they would want it to be a hanging. If they wanted it to be private, done quickly, it would be a firing squad.
Can I reason that the pervasion is very flamboyant and symbolic in the way that they choose to do things? Therefore, public execution.
You don't even
Makes
know
sense.
if this is... I don't know if you can. That's a bit of a stretch.
Alright, I will roll then. Which is closer? White is hanging. Red is firing squad because there's blood.
Whoever gets higher.
Okay.
Whoever gets higher is who goes.
Closer would be Enforcer offices.
Okay. Hanging. He's going to go to... Which one was the hanging?
That's the constabulary.
He's going to the constabulary.
So that's town square.
And he's going to be looking for Heisel as he's going.
All right. Roll a study check. Perception focus.
3 successes.
In difficulty. You do not see her. you're going to the enforcer offices.
Yes. Because that's what Orwell said.
That's correct. Well, wait, you did succeed on that check, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got momentum from that check, in fact.
Yes. Orwell didn't say where they were putting Anton, but that was just a check for you to remember, like, they have holding cells in the office.
Okay, well that's probably what I would have tried first anyways, though.
Okay. Alright.
Among the two.
Okay. Both of you would see Bryanton looks very different. Nearly every single city block has enforcers on it. So I'm going to have you roll a lot of stealth checks and a lot of bluff checks from you.
Actually, I might ask the first enforcer I can see to take me to Anton.
Alright, so walking the streets,
Benefits of the method.
there would be an enforcer shining a torch on you. British torch.
Oh, actually that's kind of right. Could you lower that? It's sort of the middle of the night.
Excuse me, miss. Curfew's on.
Yes, it's just Vern radioed to say that you have a friend of mine in custody. He asked me to question him.
Friend of yours? Really?
An artist?
Now, why would you be associating with him?
It was a past association. We run into him in the same circles.
And Vern asked you to question him.
Because I used to know him, yes.
Roll a deception check. Hidden difficulty.
Three successes.
Okay. That is a partial.
Oh wait, I can re-roll this. 5 successes.
Right away, miss. What's your name?
Of course, miss. But if you want, would you like some tea?
That makes so much sense.
Hazel, what's your name?
I actually have enforcer names down here. I think they're on the. I think this is Palatkin, actually. Okay. Palatkin, ma'am.
Plutkin, do you know where they're keeping my old friend?
Yes. He would be closer to the town square. Follow me.
I see, thank you.
You see Heisel under escort with an enforcer. Sorry, the only reason you failed that check earlier is because you guys were going in different directions. Doesn't matter what perception check you can. She ain't there. But now...
What difficulty was that check?
What? The perception check? Infinite. You weren't going to find her.
Infinite? So I
Yeah.
couldn't
It
have
wasn't
gotten any
there.
momentum for scoring 3 successes on that one?
Okay, alright. Yeah, you get 2 points of momentum, actually. Good job.
Alright.
Congrats.
I will fight for everything I can.
Oh, yeah.
I need it.
So the reason I do stuff like that, like give you a check when I know you're not going to pass it, is because sometimes I don't need to make you. I don't want you to think that it's impossible, but sometimes it is. There's no way for
Yeah.
you to know until you try.
Yeah.
That's it.
I just like to roll as many checks to try to.
Yeah. No,
start
no, no.
momentum,
That's
so-
that's the way to play the game, as far as I'm aware. All right. So 2 points of momentum.
He's going to stealthily try to follow.
Okay. Move quietly check. Let's see how good Palatkin is.
Well, I'd be talking with him as we went, too. And, like,
Okay.
you know, coming across as very, like, I've just been woken up, I'm rubbing my eyes, I'm kind of looking bleary, which is not much of an act. But,
All right. I will allow you to aid then. Roll one
Okay.
check. Talk boldly, drawing attention to yourself.
I see.
No persuasion, though. This
Fair
is
enough.
a distraction.
Yes. Actually, wait. Oh, no focus, you're right. 1.
1.
I got 2 and a complication.
Oh, no.
What do you have on you right now?
He has.
You don't have a hat now.
I don't have a hat.
A gust of wind.
Oh, Baron, no.
You can try and chase it, but
He's not gonna worry about it.
It's gone.
sorry about that.
Look at that guy chasing his hat.
Wait a second. Hold on.
That's a wanted criminal.
Alright, he's just gonna keep following, assuming he's not seen.
All right. So you no momentum for that though. Doesn't appear as though you're spotted as this enforcer escorts Heisel to the town square. where you would see steel walls cutting off, looks like the entire town from the square itself. And 4 enforcers guarding this entrance right here. As you and Palatkin approach, you know, one of the enforcer calls out, "You're supposed to be on patrol, Palatkin. What's going on?" "Apparently, Mr. Pelkins has requested that this woman here interrogates that creepy artist." "Really? Huh. I didn't get any information about that." "Well, you know how it works. Sometimes she does this sort of sly thing. But, you're welcome to call the, you can call the head watchman if you want." "She's asleep right now, prepping for that execution. This guy's gonna make a persuasion check on an enforcer.
You're 5. His leg
Can
is
I help
rolled
him?
You saying anything?
in.
Vern just wanted me to get any information I could about Maxim's assassination out of the artist before you, well, and I'm going to gesture at the gallows.
Could I have a name?
Heisel.
Isaac Cohen.
Yes.
Yeah. Really? Came back here. Huh.
I was here the whole time.
Mind telling me where you work?
Yes, I was with Mr. McCroven, an associate at the firm's. As
The void
either
is
of them could tell you.
Croven. I don't know. That name hasn't been cleared with me. Listen, it's...
If you'd like to call and ask Fern where I was, you'd be welcome to.
Vern's not here anymore.
Well, certainly you have radios. He's
This
not the one
this guy
who
who's being
me
very
up.
nosy turns to another constable who just goes, Fine, I don't care. I just don't want to bother anyone. Just come on in, I guess." And he opens the door. And it is literally just a door that lets you into the square.
Door.
I like how you're getting away with this mostly because they're like, yeah, but everyone else is asleep, so we can't check without being rude.
All right.
It's kind of funny.
So, they shut the door.
We'll take it.
What are you doing?
Are there any enforcers walking around like by themselves on the streets, less in sight of other people?
Yes, there are other patrols, but none of these 4. These 4 are standing right by this door.
I mean, are there any walking around by themselves?
Oh,
Not
okay.
These 4. Any on the streets?
Yeah, study focus. Or, wait, sorry. Study carefully. Honestly, enforcer focus of 5.
Okay.
You know enforcer patrol patterns.
1.
1. None that you see right now, lonely and on patrol. But you could keep looking and definitely find one. With how you've seen the town so far.
He's just gonna look and see what he can see in the darker part of the street.
Okay. Roll another perception check.
Oh, do I still get the enforcer focus?
Yes.
3 successes.
3. Okay. This time, as you start taking, sneakily trying to walk an enforcer patrol pattern, knowing that hopefully you'll run up on someone, you find someone else doing the same thing. You can see a figure in an alley in what looks to be just a dark black cloak, but with a very distinctive green hat. It's the hat of the Morlane Constabulary, as you see a man with a distinguished black mustache seemingly sneaking through the shadows. He hasn't noticed you yet.
Are the Morlane Constabulary on good terms with the enforcers?
That's the question. You don't know that. You don't know what's going on with them.
Do I see any enforcers by themselves?
No.
What you do know is that part of the Pervasion's plan is inciting rebellion against Morley.
Barrett is going to kind of slip in right next to him and pull out his pistol.
Your pistol or this guy's pistol?
My pistol.
Okay, yeah.
Just gonna just walk into the alley. I assume that's where you said he was.
Mm-hmm.
Put his gun up to his ribs from behind him and say, "You move, you die. Put your hands in the air."
I don't wager that you're actually an enforcer, judging by your tone.
I'm not. What are you doing?
I suppose I could ask you the same question, sir.
I'm the one with the gun. You're the one that's answering.
Looking for my men.
What I
Could I have the pleasure of knowing who I am speaking to?
Yeah. You first. Who are you?
Sergeant Fleming, the Morlean Constabulary.
How did you lose your men?
They were arrested
By enforcers?
by enforcers, yes. You know Fleming. Just a very small knowledge of him, but you may have crossed paths once or twice because you lived in Briarton. This guy's a pretty big deal in local law enforcement.
Barrett's going to take his pistol out of his holster and away from him.
Oh, Inspector Barrett. So, do you mind telling me why you shot Maxim Kenrick?
I didn't.
I believe it, given the state of things. Do you want to roll a persuasion check? It's a difficulty of 1.
Yeah,
But you could fail it.
He's gonna roll.
Talk cleverly.
Okay, any focuses?
Law enforcement focus of 3.
1.
1?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, you pass.
Alright.
I believe it.
I'm trying to get into that prison. Do you know where they would be held? Are they in the constabulary?
Yeah, it's a hard word. I think they are. Holding my own men in our own prison.
Have you found them yet?
Unfortunately not. That was what I was looking for. They've got the whole square locked down. I was going to say Fort Knox. Fort Peter. No. Dunmore Tower.
We're trying to get a friend out right now. And I don't see how we can get the rest of them out at the moment.
The longer they remain in this town, the more likely they are that they might be executed like your friend. That is my mission. But I suppose we are working for the same goal.
Is there another way into the prison that Barrett would know of? Or into the building?
Building's in the square. Roll study check. Briampton focus of 4. Difficulty of 5. Carefully. The city has changed since the last time you've seen it.
Momentum. I'm using a void point to re-roll all of those. I had a bunch of void points synced up. 2 successes and a complication.
Okay. No complication on perception. Nothing that you're aware of.
Surely there's a back door or something.
Well, here's the thing. These walls are new. You haven't seen these up before. This is a whole new town that you're working with.
Have you seen another way into the building?
I was partly contemplating the roof, but I don't know how smart that would be. If any time is good for that, it might be now, though, when it's dark. Hard to see people.
Barrett's gonna hand him his gun back.
Thank you.
If there's any shooting to be done, let me do it. I won't be hurt.
You won't be what?
I won't be hurt.
Not sure how you were going to do that with a gun, but very well.
I'll explain later. Is there a way under the roof in the alley? Well, I mean,
there are no fire escapes.
are there any way to get on a roof near the building?
Yeah. So there are a lot of windows on these roofs and that sort of thing. You could possibly, like, literally just knock on a door and try to get some random neighbor to let you in to access their roof, which is a weird thing to let someone to do at 3 a.m. in the morning. Or maybe some house would be unoccupied. You could do a perception check for that. Or you could just try to climb up to one immediately. It would be a acrobatics move. Carefully. Quickly, only if you had free running or acrobatics. Probably going to be carefully or quietly. Difficulty of 3 to get to the roof.
Alright. Can I apply stealth to this?
Yeah. Yes. All right.
Alright, Barrett's going
It'll take a little bit more time to do it that way, and you're a lot behind Heisel at this point. While you were looking for, that's why that check that you just looking for an enforcer that counts as wasted time.
So he's going to climb up on top of the roof first.
Okay. All right.
And he's going to help him.
You don't happen to have rope, do you?
No, I don't carry a rope around me.
Okay. With a shot.
This role is taunting me. It's like,
Push
sad.
me
It's
up.
all these things. I'm like,
Hoist me up.
All right.
This is the fun part.
This is move. There's one success from Fleming.
One success from Barrett.
Okay. Not quite.
You try. I'll help you.
All right. 2 successes. 2. All right. Fleming gets 1 point of momentum.
Wait, is Fleming related at all to Perseverance Fleming of Scarlet Ball fame?
I mean,
Probably.
Constable Fleming was around, and you ran into him in like the second session when you guys arrived in Bryanton and nuked a boat.
The question still stands.
Which?
That's for you to decide.
We nuked the
that's
constable.
Scarlet Ball guy.
Perseverance Fleming?
Oh, yeah.
That's for you to decide, but
Oh,
this guy's.
Perseverance one. Yeah.
Percy. Yeah.
Maybe.
Barrett's going to make the climb again.
Super Wheels Percy.
All right. Yeah. Now that he's up there, check
Yes,
is
I think
reduced
so.
by 1.
Her,
So he will go ahead and help you.
Her psychopathic nature may not help with that, but we'll try.
Ah.
See if we can make that
fail.
happen.
I got 2.
Okay.
Difficulty.
What's that?
Difficulty.
2.
Alright.
So you are both up. As you both rise to the roofs of Bryanton, you can see that the square is just kind of lit up with a few spotlights. As people are actually already working on the gallows right now. It is about 4:30 in the morning.
I guess we'll just start making our way there. Probably it's time for Heisel.
The official worst job in the world
Okay.
is building gallows.
I will say,
4:30.
with your vantage point that you're at right now,
Because
It's
it's
like 4:30 in the morning.
your Bryanton focus becomes 5. You've never really had like the best view of the city before, but now you can see it a lot better. I feel like you know it a lot more.
Good job.
Yep. All right, we're gonna go back to Heisel. Heisel, you are led to the constabulary, which is a place you've been before.
Yes.
Um,
I'm aware.
Why were you in prison?
At the very beginning, remember when we all got taken into
that's
prison?
right.
because
We were
of
all-
that?
when
You
I
guys
got
did?
you ate
Sessions
paper.
4 and
you
5.
We
ate
all
floss.
have a prison
This
record.
is this is the second time that I've been in the same, like our characters have been in the same prison with my character getting executed and your character trying to talk her way through the situation.
Yes. Thing is, my
There's a nice
character's the
book
same,
ending
yours is
that's
not.
happening.
Yeah. This must be
Team.
weird flashbacks for you, like.
This is called dramatic irony.
You know what I love is that if this ever became like some story thing where they just shorten it, they have to leave the part in that we know people and things from the beginning, so they have to keep that part in. They can't just skip to, okay, this is when they all met. It's like, no, they got They went to prison. And
You
then they went
could.
here.
I have seen some like role-playing games where they have like problematic players and that sort of thing. Just
Yeah,
like
just
just
cut it.
just ignore them. Just pretend that that person just did not happen, which is fair, depending on the person. All
How do you
right.
feel about being called problematic?
No, I'm talking much more problematic
The
than you
second time.
guys.
Anyway.
I'm not saying something. All right.
Problematic
So
and
you are
getting
led
attacked
up
are
to the
two
prison,
different ways.
Mhm.
which seems to have actually some sort of like radio on the front of it. It is a locked door with like a hatch on it. But Palatkin just quietly knocks on it. All right, what's your business? Well, apparently this woman is here to question the artist. Really? And who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
My name's Heisel. Yours?
Isel Cohen.
Yes.
Head Watchman Phillips at your service.
Phillips, are you a friend of Barrett's?
Absolutely not. He just shot Maxim Kennerik.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting he was involved in that. I'm no longer a friend of Mr. Barrett's myself. It's been a long day.
What can I help you with, miss?
Varen had asked me to go question Anton, considering my past association with him.
Really? Roll a persuasion check, difficulty of 5. This is the jailer. He has the orders.
Entirely
And these
fair.
were not in the orders.
Hmm. I'm gonna take a chaos to add an extra die.
Or
Oh, wait, I've got momentum. Can I use?
I have momentum.
Can I use one or two? Can I-
Have you been expiring that on scenes?
No. Well,
Well, I
here's
mean, he hasn't been
okay,
in these
so here's the
scenes.
thing. These
Oh,
were
yeah.
to be used for the making the one thing, like several sessions ago. So yeah.
Do you
so.
have any leftover momentum?
Those
I
are not
used
there.
mine
If it's
up
several
on a
sessions
failed
ago,
check
you should
this
have 0
weekend.
momentum at the
Ah.
beginning of every session.
Yeah.
There should be no
That
more.
was specifically just for that
Sorry about. Oh yeah, just
You
the-
specifically mentioned for that
Yeah,
roll
for
to
the
keep
bonus.
the momentum.
Oh okay.
For
All right.
extra coolness.
Yeah. Well, it succeeded, so no need for them. But they are expended because of sessions. What? Wait, why'd you roll that? Hey, chaos point.
Stop that!
Don't-
Stop.
Well, I'm
No,
already
I'm
taking.
kidding.
I'll take 2 actually.
2 chaos points?
I'd be a lot more comfortable rolling 4 dice than 3 for a 5 check.
I'm actually going to negate that. Nope. I'm spending chaos.
So I don't add 2 then.
Correct. It stayed the same. You just.
But rather than
Veto.
adding 2 chaos, it would take away 2 chaos.
He's spending 2 chaos to keep
Yes.
her from adding extra dice.
Yes.
Because
I see.
yeah,
You have
because if
those?
it's just like you spend
I
the 2
spent
chaos
mine
to cheat,
Yes.
on
that's a
the roof.
broken.
I have spent chaos. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you for pointing that out. For some reason that wasn't calculating my mind, but if that were the case, I could just be like, no.
Ooh, since I now have 1 chaos, I'm gonna cancel that 1 chaos time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm spending a chaos or 2 chaos to cancel that out. Anton's chaos actually.
Wow.
I'm glad I can.
You're clear
roll
now,
that.
though. Good job, Anton.
I'm clear of chaos.
You're clear of personal chaos.
Time to add
3,
some
which isn't
more.
great, but it's maybe a push. So that starts as 3.
Okay.
You're not gonna be able to get it to 5 without extra dice.
I know.
You've always got a stick.
It might.
I know. It might be stick time.
Yeah, it might be worth not wasting a void point.
I'm gonna call it the 3.
You're gonna call it what?
3 successes.
Well, unfortunately, miss, I haven't been told anything like that. And Vern is
You know
very
Vern's
keen
left.
about.
You know Vern's left town.
Indeed.
So
he
he's
gave
not
me a
gonna come
very
waltzing
strict
down
set of
here.
instructions, miss.
Then we'd
Maybe-
like to call him.
He's also ordered radio silence, so
Then how are you supposed to
Fortunately
get orders from him?
orders are coming from Investigator Claypot now.
Then should we get him posted to get a click pop down here to talk to?
I can radio her. This is quite the deviation. If it
Well, I
is
don't
indeed
mean
from
for it to be a
Vern.
deviation. I've just been told what he asked me to do, and I'm trying to
Why don't you
clarify.
just tell me what kind of questions you were planning on asking Anton?
He wanted to clarify details about what happened with the the whalebone sword that Anton had. About what happened, how they snuck in, how they got their weapons back, if they lost them in the first place, how the shot actually happened, who fired it, if it was Barrett. Just all the details around Maxim's execution, or murder.
The door opens. Phillips heads out. Closes it. Why don't you take a walk with me, Miss? Plotkin? Just take the rounds. And Phillips starts just walking towards the gallows because... actually, no, there are people there. He's hoping for privacy. Just starts heading towards the edge of the square.
Mm-hmm.
You were there, weren't you?
I was not at the time.
You weren't.
I was not with the rest of my past Confederates.
Really?
Vern can vouch for that. I was with a friend of his at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I'm not there with him.
So you're here to just ask Anton about the specific details.
Maxim's a friend of mine as well as Vern's. I want answers as much as anyone, and Vern knows that.
What can you tell me about Lee Barrett?
What do you want to know about him? I think you'd know more than I would.
Well, you said he did it. He's no longer a friend of yours. Why did he take the shot? He was your most recent association. I knew what he was like 5 years ago. Well,
Barrett,
I thought I knew him too.
Barrett blindsided me, alright?
How?
I had no idea he would do something like that, and if I did, I wouldn't have let him back into Bryampton. Nothing in the way Barrett was acting gave me any sort of an idea he'd do that. But I came back from my conversation with the Confederate of Vern's to hear that everyone I was traveling with had committed this atrocity. I don't know what to believe, but whatever it is, I need to get to the bottom of it, and Vern seems like he's the one to know to do that. That's why I'm on this side right now.
How come there were 2 enforcers that died in a separate investigation yesterday?
What?
2 enforcers died picking up some guy in a hotel, and a woman matching your description. We've gotten no details on that. What happened?
The friend of Mr. Pelkins had some enemies. We were trying to get him back.
What's his name?
Lyson and McCroven.
Pianist.
I know, that's why I didn't lead with that.
Okay.
Myself and the enforcers were trying to get Mr. McCroven back to Mr. Pelkins after an enemy of his incapacitated him. We had resistance.
You're being awfully vague, miss.
It's a long story, sir.
You've got 3 hours.
I'd prefer to question him before he goes up there. Aside from choking, I'm not sure I'd get much out of him at that point. What's your interest in all this?
I
It
feel the
seems
same
irregular.
way about Lee Barrett. I knew him and he was one of the finest men I've worked with. And then he shoots Mr. Kenrick? Doesn't add up.
It doesn't. Kenrick really treated Lee well. Cared about him. And I had been led to believe that Lee cared about him too.
I'll go ahead and tell you what I've heard from Anton. I've asked those same questions to him. He believes that him, Lee Barrett, Sebastian Greilhouse, and Brigham Bell were framed for murder. They were by.
Framed by who?
Did you say Vern?
Who?
Did you say Vern? Did you say who framed you?
I don't remember if I knew about Vern.
Yeah, I don't know if you did.
He
I
didn't
don't
say.
know specific.
No, no one has told me what on earth Lysander McGroven's purpose in being at the Kenrick estate was. That's my theory. Something's going on, but they didn't see who did the shooting. Right now, the
I mean,
only
I've
evidence
got
we have points towards
some
group
pieces of
unit.
puzzle there, but not all of them. Bison McCroven is there because he's a member of an organization called the Ebony Pervasion. I'm not sure why they're...
The group that Lee Barrett was investigating.
Yes, the group we were investigating.
Do you know why he called all of his friends together before this took place?
Did I know that happened in the first place?
I think so.
Did you mention that? I feel like you mentioned.
I don't
I mean,
know.
Orwell's here, and
Oh,
like,
yes.
yeah,
So no, it would have come up at some point.
yeah.
Barrett, it's been 2 to 3 months. Can you tell me again why that was in the first place?
Oh, he didn't tell you guys why exactly. He just called together all of his friends to tell them about something important is happening. He needs everyone to meet in Bryanton as soon as possible. And then he told Everton something was going on, and then
I mean, it's possible he was trying to bring you in on his investigation.
he also would have told McCready what was going on, and McCready was said he had been trying to talk to Phillips about what was going on.
That's true.
Phillips
Yeah.
would probably know a little bit more information
Yeah.
he's letting on.
It's... The findings in the Ebony Pervasion have been troubling, to say the least. I'd like to believe that what you're suggesting, that it's one of them that did this instead of my friends, is correct. It's one of the reasons I went to talk to Anton. He was there. I wasn't.
All right. I'll let you in, miss. You better get something good, though. This might cost me my job. One other thing. Have you seen, the other people that Lee Barrett called? McCready, Orwell, and Everton. Everton was kidnapped in the hospital by, well, we don't quite know.
I haven't heard anything. No.
Okay. All right. I'll give you 15 minutes.
He walks you back and lets you in the door.
Amazing.
All right, you are inside. Boop. You are escorted by Phillips to the prison cell. You count at least 15 enforcers in this building alone.
Okay.
And you also count 6 men and women in the Republican Moreland Constabulary uniform in a separate cell adjacent, in a different room of
Interesting.
Anton.
But
He leads you to Anton's cell. You would recognize the sound of a music box playing.
I see. Do I know where the music box is?
Perception check. You can use your Hastings device, but someone might catch on to that and ask what you're doing, and you could try to lie yourself out
I'll
of it.
start by perceiving,
Okay.
which is, let's see, that's study carefully, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm catching on. 3 successes.
3? Yeah, it's just a guy that's actually playing it. Probably tired and probably doing it on shifts, and there's probably a very tense shift change. It's like, okay, you got it, okay, yep, keep it going. But yeah, there is a guy, essentially right outside of Anton's cell, kind of behind a little bit of a blind corner. So he's not just like at the door, so that Anton could just be like, oh, that's the guy. But fairly close. Get 1 point of momentum for that one.
So, wait, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble visualizing.
So am I.
So,
Okay.
Pure honesty.
So,
Yeah.
so you have been led into the prison right here. There's essentially like a reception area, processing area. It's prison. To the left, there would be a single hallway. There's the rooms or the cell with Anton. Actually, first you would see the cell with the constables, and the cell with Anton. There's also a room over here, and that room is where the music is actually emanating from, and essentially it's like...
So the music is coming from a different room
Yeah.
than we're in right now?
Yes, but there's no lock on that room. So it's essentially a
No,
room
right.
adjacent to, right across the hall, but like, I'll say it's actually the armory.
Didn't you say it had to be like a 5 or 10 foot radius though?
That's
Oh, for
his.
his.
Oh, no.
I see.
This
I
is an
see.
old-fashioned music box. It annuls all void powers in about a 50-foot radius. Pretty extensive. Actually, it's probably, honestly, 100. It does a lot in the first game. In like the Boyle party, you could be on the opposite side of the mansion, and it's just like, yep, no void power. Let's stick with 60. 60 feet.
So the room is 60 feet from us right now? That's
Huh?
kind of far for inside a building.
No. The radius of void music is 60 feet. Yeah. He's probably like 10 feet away from Anton.
Right, and Anton can't see him, can I?
Yeah, you can now. Yep.
Nice. How many other enforcers are in the room with Music Box Guy, Anton, and I?
Okay. So in the armory room, which the lockers are obviously locked there, it appears there are 2 other enforcers kind of just taking a break in the area next to the one with the music box. In Anton's cell, there are 3 total, counting Phillips. So there's 2 on guard at all times, and then Phillips is now in the room as well.
Hmm.
It also seems like one is keeping a short tail of view of both of you.
So
Also,
three
your staff will
Music
not
Box
work.
Guy and one up. Hmm. This was the part I was gonna use the staff on.
hate
I
when
apologize,
music
but that's how it
boxes-
works.
Oh no, I understand. I understand.
It's really annoying music too.
Well, see, that's the in I was gonna use. Is they already believe it's annoying, so they probably want to stop it, and I could just fan the flame of that with the staff. It would have been an easy change.
I quit. This is annoying. When you work
I
a
hate
retail
listening
job
to
and they
this
have 2
dang
songs
music.
playing in the store.
Oh
And one is.
gosh, yes.
Now, from
And now
my
for your top hit of today, Music Box.
Dishonored.
By Dishonored.
from my limited experience with not electronics, with devices, could I turn a music box off by shooting it?
This isn't even engineering. This is an overseer focus right here, which you have none of.
But it does
she
seem
has
clever.
explored-
Suddenly,
Has she
Weston
not-
Badville comes up. No.
Has she not explored abandoned overseer temples?
I did actually.
You never found a music box.
I thought what I was doing was crazy.
What, shooting that?
Trying
Well,
to break in.
I'm not trying to break in. I'm not trying to break in. But at this point, I can't use my staff to convince them to turn it off, which is what I was
You
planning
could
on doing.
Always
So I
try
have to find an
mundane
alternative.
persuasion
To get them to turn off the music box?
before shooting it.
Well, I'm gathering information. I'm not saying I'm
Okay.
immediately going to shoot it.
Fair
All right.
I'm just saying I want to know if it's an option.
Study. Cleverly, I will allow.
Perception focus?
Hidden focus.
Oh, okay.
Or hidden difficulty. No focus you have applies to this.
Okay. 1.
Maybe.
Ah, that's a big maybe.
Could work.
Anton. You look tired.
You do too.
Probably because I am. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
You must be feeling drained.
Yeah. Impending execution will do that for you.
Hmm.
Besides having to have one of the best jailers, you can't be bribed by anything.
Oh.
Just in it for the actual good of the thing. If it were anyone but me in the cell, he'd be the best person to be guarding it.
Anton, I'm here for the justice of it too. I need you to tell me what happened.
We saw someone that was gonna shoot. Can't
You saw them. Who?
I don't know who it was. I don't have information. I know it wasn't me. I know it wasn't Barrett. But I don't know who it was.
You saw someone as a pretty pared down story. Can you just tell me from the beginning what happened? Walk me through it.
They took our weapons away. Made sure to get everyone's. We walked in. We were walking around the premises with Kenrick. Went into the courtyard. There was a structure and there was somebody. Did we see the person at all, or was it like, what did we see?
Yeah, so you saw a person, but they were at least 100 feet away in the barn window. Or stable window.
There was a person in the window of the stable. It was so far away we couldn't see details, but I don't know. We thought he was going to do something, and so we started moving towards that barn to try to stop him. In the process of that, Kenrick got shot. And I think we managed to stabilize him, right? We actually kind of helped with that a little bit. We managed to kind of stop him from immediately bleeding out, got him inside. We went into the barn. In the top, there was all of our weapons. My sword had blood on it. The gun was there. Everything was there that they'd taken away. Now, I heard someone moving around, but I never saw him. I don't know where they went.
What were you talking with Kenrick about?
It's been so long. What were we?
He was brought us in to talk about an attempt that he heard about on his life, and so he was moving to a safe house.
Yes.
He was about to move to a safe house to avoid getting assassinated.
He knew the
Which-
attempt was coming.
What?
It seems like it.
Where did he say it was coming from?
Ebony Pervasion. That one.
Okay.
Can't remember.
The Pervasion had it out for him.
And we know they were in town.
It was Brigham that was meeting with him and telling him that he discovered that there was a Pervasion plan to kill him.
Do I remember that when I saw Kenrick's body, there was some kind of dressing on the gun wound?
Hadn't she seen that he was messed with from behind when she visited?
Yeah, you saw that.
I don't think I actually. Oh wait, did I?
You,
I thought that I hadn't seen that.
you
I
noticed
remember
that
you
I
something
thought they
was up. I
did
thought.
because there was something.
I remember it being said, but I'm
Because
not
it was
sure if
that.
I'd
Because
seen
it was that Sad did such a good job, and I think there was. I feel
Question
like that
is,
was
did she
known.
examine the wound closely?
I seem to remember she did.
I remember
sure.
knowing. I remember
She-
us
well-
knowing that he had been stabbed. In the
I know
back.
you guys. We're talking about Heisel right now.
Yeah, but I'm meaning like.
Okay, so here's the thing: is I
think we go
remember
further
it
now
coming
from that?
up in the campaign.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember looking.
I remember because I was really
But if it was brought up,
confused.
then there would be no other case for it to come up aside from me looking, because no one else has seen his
None of
body.
us-
I remember when she went to
That's
see his
true.
body, she looked at the wound on the back, and I was confused why she was flipping him over. But I was like, okay, she flipped him over, and then she
I
noticed.
don't
something
remember
funny
flipping
in
him
the back.
over.
There was-
But
I think
you know what?
by,
Maybe I just inspected him.
by process of elimination, like none of us were at the body,
Yeah.
or could have
None
been
of us
at.
saw the body.
But we know they got
once he was
stabbed,
dead.
so I think
Huh.
it was because I think I remember that.
Yeah, because I guess why would he say that he'd been stabbed unless I saw it?
That's true. Yeah, we never saw him.
Wait, who said stabbed? Anton?
You said that he had
I
been
know,
stabbed
I
in the
didn't
back.
say
Phillips
stabbed.
just said that?
No, you
was like-
specifically as the DM said that while I was in that
Anton
scene.
still doesn't know that he got stabbed. He just knows that Kenrick died.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
I am 90% sure you saw
least
that
I
there was
think
a
so.
stab wound too.
Um,
I do remember
with
there was
that,
like an
too.
emotional reaction where like, oh, when you, I think,
Because I got really upset because I was like, Sad was like, how did my thing fail? And then like,
because you knew it was Vern.
Yeah,
That's the big one. Yeah.
you knew it was
I'm playing
Vern,
my
you
cards
have to
close to
know.
my chest. But did I see like dressing on the gun wound? Did I see some attempt to like staunch the bleeding or
Yes.
anything like that?
Yes.
very good.
Vern made it after. this is he
Yeah.
put more on.
I
But
mean,
you're not like, oh, this dead person. Oh no, it's horrible. Just like with bullet wounds and everything, just put him in the coffin. You cover it.
I'm not sure how much this means, but our investigation on the pervasion had led us here to talk with Mr. McRoven, and he was closer to Kenrick than I would have liked. And the bullet had been dressed, the bullet wound. I'm not sure how much that means because it's possible someone else dressed it, but it aligns with what he's saying.
Burn.
Could have been.
We saw Kenner go in with Vern, right? Vern was there. Went in with Kenner
Right, he's the prime witness.
after we went to the barn to investigate.
You said he died from the bullet wound? So,
What else? They have been saying that
the
he
only
died.
assassin had a gun.
The
We're
assassin
sure
had
of
a
that.
gun. He
You didn't see anyone
get
else?
close to Kenrick. He shot him from a long ways away. If there
And that was the
anything
only
else I can
wound you
see.
saw.
That's the only thing I saw. After that, I went to the barn and got arrested, basically, or got out, got arrested later. I never had a chance to see Kenrick again.
I did. And the gun wasn't the only wound he had received. He had been stabbed in the back. When I inspected the body, I assumed that it was just the assassination attempt.
Stabbed. Really?
I mean, I hadn't been sure that that was the cause of death, or... But there were definitely 2 wounds. I remember being surprised there were multiple...
Vern reopened the wound, which is what he did. It wasn't like actually stabbing him in the back. It was just like taking a knife and like, there's the bullet hole.
Oh, so I would have noticed that there was like, I mean, it was.
It
It
would
would
have
have
looked more like a
looked
stab,
like a
wound
stab, though.
probably at that point.
Yeah,
And
it depends
probably-
on what knife was used.
Yeah, and it possibly, depending on, could have even meant that like even just how a knife works, like it's has a blade and dull ends. You would see like, it looks like not only did someone stab him, but like someone used this. To
We don't know if what stabbing element he used. Could have been a
Good point.
knife. Could have been if it was, I don't know, a rapier. He could literally just go.
Could
Could be.
pencil.
Could have been a pencil. All he needed to do was reopen the wound.
Fair enough.
That
You
is
described
actually.
it as a stab, though.
Did I?
Mhm.
I'm
That I'm sure about.
you sure it wasn't a metaphorical description.
I just remember hearing stab. Because I remember
That's all we
thinking,
know.
wow, he got stabbed in the back. That's so metaphorical.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I will say that.
Stab wound.
Did you see the assassin leave?
I don't know how he left.
You don't think he used a void portal like you?
It's the only thing I can think of. I don't know any. Well, I know one other person who can. Works with the Pervasion Talman.
The author.
He's not quite an author at this point,
He
I'd
is.
say.
He's just other
Like
things
more
too.
of a parody artist.
Well, Voidwalker is the term, technically.
An enforcer just whispers to Phillips. Okay, time's up.
I'm afraid
This
I'm
is-
gonna have to ask you to leave now, miss.
Enforcer Phillips, you can see that we're getting somewhere. His testimony doesn't line up with what we've been told.
Unfortunately, this is all I can promise. We're
I
going
just-
to need to leave now.
I just need a little more time.
Now, miss.
Roll a persuasion check. Hidden difficulties. He does pull a gun though.
I can't use this.
No.
I can't use this, and I didn't have another strategy aside from convincing him.
this was my last request too, that we find out who even did it.
Just leave.
Can you help?
If there's ever a position where someone can't help in a verbal check, it's while they're
4
behind bars.
successes.
Wait,
4?
why only 4?
Because I got the
Persuasion
+1.
5? Oh, that's
That
right.
thing +1. Good thing you got that caffeine.
3 minutes.
Anton, you said that he only had the gun wound when you saw him.
He got shot, that's all I saw. He went inside after that.
Did Vern tell you when he died?
No.
Right, helpful. Well, from the time that he left their site, Anton, what else happened after that?
We went to the barn, we saw everything. Someone else was still up there, I thought. They either stayed there hidden,
But
or...
you went straight from there to the barn, did not see Kenrick again.
No.
What did Vern tell you about that part?
About the barn?
Yes.
That's where the shooter was located.
Sure.
That's where Lee Barrett was.
Did he mention seeing any of them again up close?
We weren't in the barn when Kenrick was shot.
But you were when enforcers came. And stormed the perimeter.
But that's not the point. The point is between when they were proclaimed the murderers and when Maxim was brought back inside, did any of them have the chance to stab him?
Any of...
Was he dead by the time you got there?
I wasn't there. I was here. Unfortunately.
But what did Vern tell you about it? Did any of them see him again?
What do you mean, see him again?
I mean, were any of them close enough to Vern and Kenrick to stab him? They left for the barn,
Right.
and all he had was the gun wound.
No, I suppose not.
Then who gave him that?
I suppose it would have to be Vern. Or it could... Oh, no. The Morlean captain was next to them at the time.
Was he there with you, Brigham?
Oh, wait, no. Who was... So, Sab left, Brigham left. Did all of you? Literally every single one?
I think it was literally everyone but Vern, because we were like, we can leave him with Vern.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
Because we took the captain guy. that's
Because
what I thought.
otherwise,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of us would have
Because-
seen.
Right, yeah, okay.
Trying to get as many people
Yeah.
as possible.
Logic
Right.
puzzle.
Yep.
Alright, anyway.
No, it was all of you. He told us that it was a sniper shot that did it.
Go check the body.
What do you think I've been thinking about doing?
Well, now you
Time's
know.
up. Get out of here. Go.
Once again, the answer would be
Go.
easy if you could turn off
Fine.
the music box for just a second.
Enforcers, escort this women off the premise.
I'll be there to watch if they do anything.
An enforcer puts an arm around you. Are you resisting?
No.
Alright. And they drag you off to the exit. Shut the door. And at that, we're going to take
Just a little break. We'll be back in approximately 5 minutes.
Okay.
See you all then. Okay, and welcome back. So, last thing we ended on was Heisel essentially leaving prison. Barrett, I will say that is about when you are looking over the square. You did lose a lot of time. And she only spent 15 minutes in there. Get track of it.
18, yeah.
I actually gave you a little bit more. But there was also, like, non-game conversations. Like, you spent, like, 5 minutes talking about the music box, and that would have been, like, a 30-second interaction. Good times. Philip's plan was to cut you off a little bit earlier, though. So, technically, when he said, you got 3 more minutes, he gave you 12. So,
Oh!
yep.
I should have had my watch on.
He has things to attend to. So you would see Heisel safely leave the prison. Anton less.
Can
What are you doing?
Can I see Barrett anywhere?
Roll a perception check.
I'm gonna roll a stealth check.
Roll for Barrett.
+2 because, like, +2 successes because it's night and you're on a roof.
I would like to use cleverly because I'll be searching for the sorts of places he would be, primarily rooftops.
It's a giant town square.
Mm-hmm.
You carefully.
Town
Details.
squares allow you to see the rooftops better because there's enough space for you to get back and
Sure.
go to a good angle.
I'm trying.
I'm just
I
waiting
appreciate
for.
that.
I'm waiting for the reverse of like, but you can't see in town squares because there's so much to see.
2? What'd you get?
2.
You can't see town squares because there's a jazz festival happening, and that's honestly so distracting.
You like jazz?
Yes.
2?
I'm gonna re-roll with a void point.
Can you make one like that?
Wow.
Or just for-
5.
Oh.
You're not seen.
Can I see something?
Do I get any momentum at all for maybe not counting those extra successes or whatever, but it's a lot of successes.
How many did you get?
5.
You get no momentum.
Okay.
An enforcer. Not gonna tell you where. Got 4.
Whoa.
In that case, I am going to look around on the roof and see if there's a place I can break in, along with the
Oh, you mean like just drop into the square?
get inside the prison.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I feel like there is a level of Dishonored where you
No
just-
focus on this one,
No,
unless
it's a
you
thing.
have something that you feel like could
It's a
be
thing.
justified.
Is
No
there
enforcer.
there's
Architecture.
architecture? Is there okay?
Perception.
Can I get an assistance from what's his name?
Yeah, Constable Fleming.
Yeah. Let me look for a way in.
You're looking at it. That's it. It's a prison. It's supposed to be hard to get in.
It's not just a prison.
It is. That's the prison.
Help me look.
I got information about what's inside.
Oh, hey. Not bad.
2.
1 success from him.
So 3.
Like I said, there's no other opening. That's it.
What was the difficulty on that?
There's no other entrance. That's it.
What was the difficulty on the check to see that there was no other entrance?
Oh.
I'm farming right now.
Okay. You are farming. 0.
0. So does that mean we get 3 momentum from that?
No, it means it didn't even deserve a check. Some things
Okay.
are so easy that you can't get momentum on them.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Well,
Anything that's a 0.
let's see from up here if there's a back door or another entrance.
There is no back door. That is it.
I'm sorry, it's a prison. And it's a small one, too. It's literally, yeah, that's it. One locked door.
Can you see any enforcers patrolling the streets from up here on the roof?
Yes, roll a perception check. Study carefully.
I get a
Enforcer.
bonus focus of 5 for my knowledge of the Bryanton, right? From the rooftops. So I get +1.
This is not a Bryanton focus. This is a where are people now. The
Do I
Bryanton focus would be like, where's the church? It's
Do
there.
I get advantage then of any kind from being on an elevated position looking at the
Yes. All right. +1 success.
Okay.
Eagle eye.
Alright, is he helping me?
Yeah, sure. 1 success.
Success. So that'd be 2 successes.
Okay. Between the both of you, you count at least 24 enforcers. Here, there, and everywhere.
Are there any pairs walking, like a pair just in a dark part of the street?
Yes. Actually, rather close to you all, you can see one enforcer who's walking a patrol on his own.
Yeah, what's your plan here?
Steal uniforms, give me a shave and walk in.
But they don't have a uniform.
The enforcers will get badges. And also,
You have a badge on you.
I do, but I also want their hat.
Suddenly,
You really
starts-
want to do all of this just for a hat?
No. I'm recognized. So he pulls out a knife.
Fortunately, the barber is closed until sunrise.
He pulls a knife out and hands it to you.
You're lucky I'm good at this.
That was from experience.
All right.
Cutting beards off. Do make you look
Let's
good.
go ahead and get shaved right now while you're
That's
not on the
true.
ground and trying to sneak around.
This one
Give
dude
me a
went
mustache.
across stage and came across that straight
All right. This is a knife. This is not a razor blade. This is.
Not gonna be a clean shave.
All right. This is a tinker carefully barber check.
Was
You
he
are
a
not
barber?
allowed to help him.
I'm not. He's going
Was
to
he
be
a
very
barber in a
still.
previous
Oddly
life?
enough, not our first barber check.
He has a barber focus of 2. He knows how to. I
He has
swear,
an
I
immaculate
literally.
mustache,
My,
he said.
yes, my detail I have on him is has immaculate mustache.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
He's
barber
like,
check.
I know how barbers do stuff. I can give
Okay,
you a mustache.
partial successes on this one.
Oh my gosh, the thing.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
No void points on this guy. He's not special enough. Sorry.
Oh!
As long as he doesn't cut my throat,
That's exactly what I was thinking.
like slit,
but-
like
No, there is a.
okay, a nick or something.
Yeah, he nicks you.
That would be
Take 1
really
point
easy
of-
to do.
Stress damage. I'm sorry, it's dark. You have a very, very spotty mustache now.
It'll do. Give me your hat.
This is a hat of a Morlean constable.
Then help me get his hat.
But
We'll
look,
cover as much of this
those
as
in-
we can.
Okay, that's actually valid.
I've been saying that the whole
Alright.
time.
So helpful.
I could try jumping him, but break the fall with him, but that might kill him. I can lower you down. You're going down there anyway.
Alright, quickly.
All right. It's check a 3 to get down quietly. He will help you. Fail on his part.
Move quietly. I got 1 success.
1.
Yep.
You fall and make a pretty loud noise. This is one of those checks where this isn't like, let's try it again. No, you're trying to get lowered down. As he's trying to slowly lower down. Are you wearing a steel plate on your chest or something? What's going on?
This is in the back of the building, right?
It's town square, person. Here you guys are. So essentially, you're dropping them in.
It's on the opposite. Ow! I'll hit myself pocket. It's on the opposite side of the building from where those 4 guards are at the front, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not right next to them.
You just rolled a complication on a talk swiftly check.
It's the nick on you.
Oh.
It keeps at your lip.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
It's weird, it's
Jumanji, Jumanji, but
Oh
it's a
yeah,
TTRPG.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
He's like, I haven't shaved before.
Oh, alright, he drops. What does the guard do? Or the patrol.
huh? Who's there?
Sorry, I've been drinking too much.
Did you just fall from the roof? Hey, we got someone in the perimeter here. All right.
Would I hear that?
Yes.
I'm also going to come join.
You see
Barrett's going to
one of the
attack
enforcers
him.
by the front door, not at the other one, and start charging towards
I would like to use my staff on the 3 that have heard that.
50-foot radius. You're just outside the exit.
Okay.
60.
So
Give
how close would I have to get?
20 feet.
Okay. Well, I need. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna wait until they get close then, I guess. And
Okay.
I'll look
All
at
right.
this coming to investigate
So,
around too.
as I said, there were 24 enforcers in this entire town square. This guy did yell. Some of them have jobs. There are 3 at the gallows. You know what? Let's get a quick battle map.
Oh no.
Let's see.
I don't think we need to
choose
do
a
that.
dice to represent you. Something distinctive. All right, that's good. Okay.
This isn't time.
All right. So there is one guy right next to you.
He's in prison.
Yeah, not quite. You'd have to move and deck him. You didn't land quite next to him. Again. Okay. There are. Okay, scale. This is about 10 feet. Gallows. Right here. Heisel, give me a die.
This one.
Sorry.
Such a pretty
Anton's crowd.
It is.
Nice, sparkly. Okay. There are 2 at the door. This guy's starting to run. There's a pair on patrol over here.
Oh, there's so many. Why are there so many?
There's a lot more than are just in the general vicinity. So more are going to be coming, but this is where it's going to start at. I would like you to roll a move quickly check, please. Heisel, move quickly check. I need to roll
Barrett.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Why am I rolling so bad tonight?
5, 6, 7,
I'm literally got like 3 16s and 19s in a
One.
row.
8. 1.
1.
Okay. This is a lot of dice.
Is combat technically starting though? Spirit hasn't done anything.
Yes, this is past curfew. There's a town curfew. This is a secure perimeter where no one is supposed to be, and this guy has just yelled for help. They are going to shoot on sight. That's what their orders are. They have a detailed combat plan.
This was going so well.
On the plus side, you have shaved. You have a mustache.
This is going so well.
It was going so well, but I rolled 3 bad rolls in a row.
1, 2,
You
3,
should have
I'm
asked for mustache wax.
I'm just
8.
Heisel's like, you shouldn't have brought me.
Maybe I should not have allowed anyone to tag along.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
you got a
Heisel's
1
like,
as well?
She's fine on
I got
her
nothing.
own. And Heisel's
Nothing,
like,
okay.
No, I'll take some. She's like,
Where's my initiative tracker? I really need like one of those like official initiative trackers.
It is dark, right?
Yes, it is dark.
except the gallows have a spotlight.
But I'm
That
not
is
in-
true.
I'm not by the gallows though.
That's correct. You're not. You're
But a spotlight means that, I don't know.
I wish I had more
Spotlights
cleaning grenades.
are interesting.
What exactly did the guy yell out?
We have someone breaching the perimeter.
Barrett might be getting into that prison after all.
Only one way to skin a cat.
I'm a man on the inside. You were arrested.
But he's on the inside.
I have a couple
Yeah.
tricks
Alright,
up my
here
sleeve
we go.
I'm gonna try.
All right. First
Not
one to
kill
act is this
anybody.
guy. As you're still recovering from standing up, he's gonna charge you and try to hit you with a baton that he has.
And I'm contesting.
Okay. Contest it.
Is it a stun baton or just a normal baton?
No, no one else is stunned.
2.
Okay, that's a miss from this guy. His second attack. Ah, go figure. Okay, what'd you get?
Critical success.
Okay, he got a 1. So, he hits you, going for the face with this baton. You take 2 points of stress damage.
Wait, why do I got a critical success.
So did he, a 1.
Oh, I thought you said he got 1 success.
He got a, yeah,
So
a higher critical success.
Does that my armor negate that at all, or is that just not?
He's going for the head, so your armor does not negate it. So that goes straight for your
How much?
2. On the bright side, it seems he threw so much into this that his baton goes flying and clattering on the stone. He rolled a 1 and a 20. Alright, that's that person's turn. So next would be... Actually, we'll leave this guy saw first. He's going to take out a rifle and try to shoot you.
Since he's come over to attack me, does he have a shot?
Yes.
Will it be extra difficult for him?
Not extra difficult. Complications could be very deadly.
Okay. And it's also dark.
It is also dark. That's correct. And not just complications. If he gets anything extremely low, it could possibly hit someone, but
Okay.
yeah. Okay. So let's see. That is normal range for a rifle. So base difficulty is 2, and it's dark. He got a 3 and a 9. Or is that a 6? That is a 6. So this is going to hit your armor.
How much?
3 points of stress damage. Okay. I'm sorry. I need to keep my initiative tracker up. Heisel, it's your turn. What are you doing? You see these people opening fire on this strangely mustached figure.
Do
you
I
know it's Barrett.
Yeah, okay.
It's Barrett.
I was gonna say that changes things. This is a pinch here.
It is. It is.
I apologize, but this is like the closest guarded thing in the Isles right now.
Yeah.
Pendizia.
I'm like a
How
celebrity.
certain are you that you can quietly?
I'm planning on taking a hostage
Oh no.
to get out of this, because I'm not going to be able to run away from this. I'm going to die.
You could also just go to prison.
I'm going to take a hostage and try to talk my way out of this.
What's your talk?
Appeal to...
No. What's your talk?
My talk is very low. I'm focusing on the fact that he focuses more on the words that we say than are necessarily our roles.
Get good rolls.
I'm gonna try to get good rolls.
Get rolls and
I'm gonna try to
get good words.
I'm gonna try to just get dialogue going and then hope Heisel sticks the thing.
Heisel?
I am going to move forward between these groups as much as possible. And hold out my hands and say, wait, stop, Barrett, stop.
Okay.
Don't fight this.
Persuasion check. Hidden difficulties.
I'm more telling Barrett to surrender than everyone else to stop.
Oh,
but
really?
I don't
a little
think
bit
I
of
can
both.
take a
What if,
surrender.
yeah, what if they did just stop? That'd be great. Give you a chance to talk.
Oh, okay, alright.
Yeah. Does she have range to use the stick?
What?
Yeah.
If she moves in.
One.
You're out of range right now.
Can you
Just
re-roll?
one.
Can you re-roll?
Oh yeah, I think theoretically.
And it's
Cleverly?
I mean, what's
this
the
is,
style this would be?
believe it or not, I would say this is either boldly or forcefully. You were
Actually, I
trying
suppose
to-
it would be boldly, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, one success.
Pretty bold to step between people who are already firing at each
She's
other.
doing a Twilight, or a Bella from Twilight.
Oh.
No,
And
never
now-
compare with Bello from
And now
Twilight.
the-
From now on, you two cannot fight.
And now the infiltrator has been identified as target number 1. Thanks a lot.
Listen, Phillips isn't there. Just surrender.
Yeah, if Anton gets out of this by Phillips,
Roll
you
a
would
survive
also-
check for me, please.
you
Forcefully,
would also
resilience.
Get out of this by
What,
Phillips.
4?
Roll it. Difficulty of 3.
One success and a complication.
You do actually see what it is. A dart
Sleep dart.
hits your arm.
Yes. This is so positive.
And you immediately fall down. Isel, you see Lee Barrett. Not from a gun, not from a violent injury. You can still see that it is a dart.
I'm gonna run over to see if he's okay.
In my defense, I never attacked anyone.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Alright. So all these enforcers are also around. They're gonna get there at the same time.
I wanna run up and just check if he's alive.
Gallows.
Step back, miss. We gotta arrest this one.
No, that's fine, but is he alright? Is he alive?
Oh, he's alive. Walked right into it, too. Huh. Claypot was right. Time to see if we get the rest of them.
Just be vigilant and don't shoot on sight. Try to take them alive like this.
Pardon me, miss, but you're not my boss.
As Lee Barrett is cuffed and dragged by. They're probably gonna need 3 guys to carry you.
And Phillips is going to want to know about this.
You're not my boss, miss.
He is.
I know that, miss.
Okay.
Alright.
You don't know me.
But you're not my mom.
Alright. Anton, you hear the doors opening again. There is another cell next to you, and I'm not talking about the one that the constables are in. There's an empty cell next to you, and Lee Barrett is dragged in, unconscious, and he has a mustache now. Maybe it's his twin brother.
Shmee Barrett.
Shmee Barrett.
Oh, shit.
I don't suppose anyone knows why that happened.
Unfortunately, this makes this a fair bit more complicated. I was really hoping he wasn't planning on showing.
Why? Because you gotta build a bigger gallows now?
Yes.
Oh.
Fortunately, we have his height and weight on file.
What
All
if
right,
he's-
get him searched.
What if he's gained weight, though?
Bureaucracy. None can escape it.
Investigator, this guy is wearing a steel plate. Take it off. Investigator, this guy has a hole in him. What?
Yeah, he's a little... Don't... Be careful with that. I don't know what's going on with it.
What the void happened to
It's kind of
Barris?
the reason he's not dead.
Really? You morons really walked into this one. This... Now Lee Barrett is some kind of a cultist?
No,
with a
in my
void
opinion-
rune stuck in him?
He's not the only one.
You have a void rune
Yes.
stuck.
Sort of. It's not a room. So does
I'm
Calvin.
leaving. Enjoy prison.
I'll
Which
enjoy it a lot
means-
better if the gallows is delayed.
Sebastian.
Okay.
You all are actually leaving at about the same time that Barrett and Heisel do on their mission.
Guys, don't do anything stupid.
The people building the
One
gallows.
of us
They
will
didn't
listen.
hear that.
One of us will listen to that.
They didn't hear. Neither of them heard that.
We need another gallows.
Oh.
Dang it.
Okay.
Alright. Okay. So here's our mission.
Oh, sorry. I've been Phillips for way too long. I'm just ingrained in this. Makes sense. Okay. Oh, I hate this. I probably should have checked in with you guys earlier because you're going to the constabulary, which is where everyone else is.
What?
We're at the constabulary right now.
Weird.
That's kind of funny, actually.
That's what the mission is.
Wait,
Sorry,
we're all gonna meet up?
I was kind of banking on you guys going to the enforcers first, so I kind of forgot that.
But
Would
then
we
I asked
have
the
known
nice
they were
little
going to
private.
constabulary?
No. Not necessarily.
They leave. And they're like, we're gonna go get Anton out. So it's like, cool.
All right. Okay.
And they're like, we're going to the constabulary. I don't suppose that's where Anton is.
Okay. So here's our mission. Ah, it still throws. I'll work on
Just take your time with it, man.
it. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. All we have to do is make our way to. That's British. Okay. Brigham will just be whatever voice comes out of my mouth. Okay. It's me. I'm Brigham.
That's like one of his kids or something.
Sab's just filtering this in his brain.
Oh,
He's kind of
the
getting
kids.
bored, so.
Oh, there
we're
we go.
gonna
I got
see
it. Never
through-
mind. Okay, got it.
Got it. Sorry. So Sab's just like tuning in. Oh,
The-
that's what he sounds
The
like.
kids' comment helped me because I was like, I'm just imagining these kids coming home. It's like, oh, it's so good to see you.
Aw.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
But it's like when you
Good
start
writing.
talking
Boy, oh.
and you have a weird accent for
They're
the
both
first
girls.
They're both girls. Boy, oh, it's good to see you. Dad, I'm a girl. Boy, oh.
So's my sister.
Boy, oh, too. Okay.
Okay.
We apologize to Irish people. Sorry. These are
We
more.
love you, Irish people.
Morleans. Okay. So our goal is just to scout out the town and try and see if we can find any of the remnants of the constables.
Okay.
I would suggest we get to higher ground first.
The rooms.
The constable's still out.
Like,
I've
who's
been-
that guy that just jumped
I
off
was
that
made
roof?
for this.
All right. So
He's a
you see
rude man
before
out
you
there.
the front gate that Heisel just bluffed her way to get through, and you also see Lee Barrett running away saying, "I just need to pee."
Two very different approaches.
I'm controlled by your superior, whom you can't contact right now, that I am supposed to be in that room.
I'm peeing. I have a mustache now. Can you just imagine that night watchman like, oh, here's a guy. What are you doing on our property? Peeing. Get out of here. Do that somewhere else.
Someone's in
okay. Runs further into the property.
Someone's in Area 51. You can't be here. I'm peeing.
Leave. Runs towards the hangars. Okay.
Get in
My
the
house is
spaceship.
on the other side.
Oh my word.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, this is very janky timeline-wise.
It's okay.
I like how just Sab just commented on me. Anyway, so Sab's like, well, I have an enforcer badge. I think we got it when there was the whole like. I don't know if it's gonna be usable, but I have it. Should we try to gate or should we just try and climb? I'm down for climbing.
I'd probably wager that they recognize your face, and probably mine too.
Yeah.
We could go over there, try to get in the sewers. You don't think we can climb that wall, do you?
Sab
It
uses,
does not have barbed wire on the top of
Sab uses his skill of the circus and of climbing things.
it. Who took Grounder's rifle? Did you get that? Where did that go?
Barrett took it. And then
You
lost
have
it.
that?
I need to
Oh,
get
you
a
lost it. Okay.
We
Check
lost
it
it
out.
in the
Slide
crash, I
this.
think.
That would be
Or no,
heck
he,
awesome.
he left it actually when he fell off the bridge,
Oh.
and so it was on the airship.
I think it was
which
a long
crashed.
time ago.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's gone. Bye bye. It just would have been useful now.
Yeah. I need
Always
to
keep track of
slide
your
one.
grappling hook. Grappling hook. Okay.
I did want to get one of those. So grab. I have rope, but I don't have a grappling hook.
I mean-
yeah. I don't.
But in real life.
Anyway,
Sam, we're at a dock. There's probably like 18 grapplers around here. Just let's see if Sybil has one. Sybil, do you have like a hook? How do you think we're supposed to be moored?
cool. Can we use those hooks? Can you get two?
I have like 4. Just take one off the mooring.
Nice.
And you find essentially it's not like a grappling hook with like 4 hooks prying out. It's mainly just like one steel
Like, think of it more like a claw, like a hook, than a hook, like a fisherman's hook that are grappling hooks. But it could still work. It'll get the job done.
All right, you take one. I'll take one.
All right. Okay. Roll a moves quietly check.
Okay, this is things great at. Here we go. All right. 11 is my best, so here we go. That's 2 successes.
Okay.
Good.
He rolled 1 and a 20. So as you guys are heading through the dock, with your grappling hooks sneaking, you hear as something just falls in the water. Oh, that was my grappling hook.
Should we go back and get
I'm sorry, I never took one of those like nautical knot classes where you're supposed to learn about all the kinds of knots.
Neither did I, but I joined a circus.
Well, I'm glad they taught you how to tie knots in the circus.
Well, listen, they didn't teach me, but I figured it out. He's going.
They have to tie you to the wheel to spin you, right? And throw knives at you from the
No,
clouds?
I have. No, well, yes, they had to tie those, but I was blindfolded for that.
Okay.
Just to Brigham Bell is the person that knows Heisen, right?
Yes.
Alright, so they're just going. I guess
Alright.
they just keep going.
You do sneak, and you do get to what you perceive as a dark area of the wall.
Alright.
So new.
Are you good throwing things?
Sure.
On a scale of 1 to 8, how good are you at throwing things?
I mean, I played, back in school, I played Grimble Ball. I was quite good at it. Morlean thing. It's quite fun.
I studied Morlean culture, but like not in that way.
It involves throwing balls in specified hoops.
Sure, you can go for it.
Alright, okay.
Grimble ball.
Okay.
Culture, but not like the nuances of like your humanity or anything. Human practice is not something I considered ever.
I studied your culture, but not that way. Oh dear.
My word.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I know a lot about not like that.
In a way.
There is a sense in which I know Morleans quite well.
Okay.
Anyway, you can just go for it. Let's go. Let's roll. Speed roll this. Speed run this.
Is that a 10 or a 20? It's a 10! Woo! The other hook oh. Oh man. I'm glad that doesn't
You can
happen.
always try the I'm peeing route.
What are you guys doing over there? Big.
Not again!
Oh man. Okay. Alright, that was a... Okay, I forgot what one of the dice I rolled was. But I know one was a 10, so I'm gonna... Okay. It misses. Give me another go, unless you want to take one.
What is... I guess I'll go for it. What am I using?
This would be a pretty specialized one. I'd wager... Tinker.
Okay.
Cleverly or carefully. Grapple hook or Grimble Ball focus?
Yeah. I think the closest would be like acrobatics, but that's kind of
No.
like...
Grimble ball focus in
I mean, I have a
like
10
really
for doing
primordial.
that. What does he have?
What?
I have a 10 for rolling. What does he have?
Oh, like the rating needs to get?
Yeah, like for...
Okay,
For
so
me.
Grimble Ball focus of 4.
Like I'm at 10.
Yeah. Right.
What's he at?
He's at 14.
Okay. He should probably just...
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay. The hook latches on this time. Right to the top of the steel wall. Roll another move quietly check as you go up.
Probably go below him so I can catch him if he falls.
2 successes from him.
Yeah, two for me.
Okay. We both still. You said you were going up first, or you were letting him
He
go?
was gonna go first. It was like
All right. He lifts himself up and rests at the top of the wall to make sure that you get up safely.
He goes up, Seb pulls it up carefully.
All right. And then, while resting at the top of the wall, he repositions the hook so that you can use the rope going down on the other end and shimmies down.
Seb falls.
Okay.
You got it coming.
What? Okay.
Seb prepares to catch it.
All right. He's gonna do it. Wait, no, that's gonna make a lot of noise. Why don't we just use this as our escape route? Someone might find it, but
Yeah, and then we don't have it. We're really like, I could climb up and see if I can. There might be more beams.
you
on
need
the
to get
side.
down.
I can climb down. Could I climb down?
Yeah. You climb up simply. Yeah, you can unhook it that way. So you got it. Acrobatics check. Difficulty of 2 to get down.
Alright, move.
What time did we want to finish tonight? 10:30? Earlier?
10:30 is fine.
Critical success, so I at least have that. I'll just check to see if everyone likes move. I think that's 2. Maybe 3. Acrobatics. Yes, so that's 3. So do I get momentum?
That you do. 1 momentum point.
Hey!
This place is quiet. It's 3 a.m. That's natural.
What's the most like incognito way we could move through the city?
Well,
Rooftops, acrobatics.
you still have that badge on you, don't you?
I do. I also.
Give me a minute. Rooftops would probably be best. I just don't know of any place where we can actually reconvene with. Do you know if this place has an abbey? I mean, old abbey, obviously.
Does Sab remember anything about that? Like, it even just like, did the church get to the, that place?
George definitely did a few missions to Pandyssia. It was a few. That being said, Bryampton is one of the oldest locations in Pandyssia that has been inhabited. Roll a study carefully. Bryampton focus of 2. You've been here before, but that's about it.
That's 2, 13. That is 1 success.
Not that you remember.
Oh,
Okay, well, here's the idea. In the event of any power failure with the city's siren systems, Abbey bells are able to be repurposed for a general SOS of the constabulary.
Mhm.
It would draw a lot of attention to us, but it would get the right people when we need them, I suppose.
Okay. Well, maybe that's the plan.
Well, that would be us versus all the enforcers in the city.
Is there a way we could like get a shooter and have him like shoot the bells?
Well, that would be quite the idea, but it would also mean that there'd be gunshots in the city.
Unless there was a way to shoot quiet.
And also it would
He has
draw the constables into a trap. Okay, so it was an idea, but I'm afraid it wasn't the best idea. Let's
What
just
if-
go to the prison.
Okay.
The constabulary there is probably our best bet.
Go to view, take a look at, see what's going on.
All right.
Rooftops first. All right. To get to the rooftops. Did I say it was a 3? It was a 3. Yes. Acrobatics check of 3. He's gonna help you get up first, and then he hopes you'll help him. Oh, you guys still have the rope? Oh yeah, that's right.
Can I use swiftly at all?
Quietly. Under cover of darkness.
Still 18. Here we go. That's 3. So I
3?
got the-
That's what I wish.
All right.
For
Mind
momentum,
helping me
if
up?
you want to roll, you can do that.
I'm just gonna roll 2. Can you roll 1 to help him?
Oh yeah.
Woo.
Another 2. Success.
All right, he gets a point of momentum. All right. So you both get up to the rooftops. Roll 1 more move quietly. Check for me, please.
Just like the old days. Except my body is emaciated by time.
Woo, yes, Brigham.
Another 3.
Another 3 from him too.
Nice. We
Okay.
finally get to live out the life of being just a ghost.
There you go.
The ghosts.
All right.
You are
So
becoming the
you all
raging.
move rapidly and quietly through the city. No one notices you.
Guys, nice.
The one that's actually working.
And it's not long before you all see someone else on the rooftop looking over the square. You also would hear at about this time a few one Aaron gunshot, that's right, yeah. Let me
Probably.
handle this one. Brigham's gonna sneak up on this guy, point a handgun at him, and just say, Morley Constabulary, who are you? Morley Constabulary. Oh, good.
Seth, what's the password?
Hmm?
Seth like comes up. What's the password?
I'm not sure I know what the password is.
Do I recognize this guy? From my trauma.
You've seen his
encounters
face.
with him?
Yeah. He
So he-
interrogated you.
Oh. No.
Oh, you.
You. Is it mean you here?
What?
No.
Wait, no, you said good seeing. Okay.
No, he said fancy mean you here.
Well,
Interesting times.
you have been involved with crime a lot in Brighton.
The last one was framing.
I know.
And
you-
the other one wasn't really me. I just get involved, yeah.
Do you mind telling us what just happened down there? Well, that woman, Heisel, just tried to stop the enforcers from arresting this man I just met, who is Lee Barrett. Oh wait, no, he didn't get your name.
Well, I said Barrett stop, right?
You
So-
did say Barrett stuff. That is the man they're looking for, Barrett. Apparently they have snipers around the square here with sleep dots.
Okay. Well,
Glad we learned that though.
that's good. Should we...
He is being dragged off towards the prison.
Yeah.
I am not going to act right now.
Yeah, I don't think we can do anything right
Oh, that's suicide.
now. Should we take out the snipers? That's step 1. We gotta get them out, right?
See how that used to be.
I have a plan. It's so relevant. You're unconscious.
Immediately
What
relevant.
plan do you have?
He's dreaming. Rescue.
He's dreaming ideas.
Stress dreams. Yeah.
So your plan is to take out the snipers first.
Do you agree that's a good plan? Is Count getting reinforcements and then...
Unfortunately, all of my men are in the prison.
Do we have any scantite?
Hmm?
Do we have any scantite or other explosives that we could get?
Oh, that is a fine idea. I do believe there are some. Yes. Yes. You could steal some from the enforcer's office. You could also steal some from Kenrick has been getting shipments in. Well, Kenrick Private Forces has been getting shipments in. They just made an acquisition of. What was it? A Scanty explosive.
Yeah.
The big explosives company.
Yeah, I know. Familiar. From passing.
Okay. So some warehouses on the dock might have explosives, but they've probably got under light guard by enforcers.
Alright.
We could get those, reconvene.
I think number one, Sap's gonna use his radio, call back that guy in the chair, probably the place. Did we get? Oh no, yeah, he has. I was looking at. He has Hastings radio.
Yeah.
So he probably just contacts and basically relays what's going on. Heisel's in the prison. She was doing stuff.
You're
It seems
contacting
like,
Heisel?
No, not Heisel. I'm contacting basically Hastings, Sybil Hastings, and just letting the people who are kind of home based know what's going on. Looks like Barrett's been captured. Heisel still doesn't seem like she's under suspicion. Maybe she seems like she's actually they're both there, but they're both at this location. So just saying like if you have any messages and stuff, let us know.
LG would be the one to pick up. Oh, really? Oh. You guys gonna get him out this morning, or?
I mean, we kind of have to.
Or you could wait until they drag him out for the execution.
True, but maybe he's more guarded at that point.
Yeah, it could be.
What do you think?
Don't ask me. I'm just doing void research right now.
Okay.
You should probably ask, like, the constable that's with you, and that's not talking about Fleming. That's talking about Brigham. Yeah, I'm afraid it is probably on me. I think taking out the snipers is a good idea, but we need to time it well, because obviously these people are going to be, checked in on every once in a while. If we eliminate them right now, well, then the enforcers are going to be on high alert. And in fact, they're probably on high alert right now and sending reinforcements here. I hate to say it, but I think it might be best to strike when the execution happens. Only because of this. We could probably get into the prison then. Once they're out of it, it's much less likely that they're liable to guard the rest of the constables.
Sure.
We break out the constables.
Use help.
Correct.
Arm them.
Reinforcements, yes. There is
So
an
we-
armory right in there that I imagine is still fully armed.
So we have that. Do we have? So, let's say we go to the docks. If we get explosives, or let's just say if we broke in,
The question is where exactly would we use the explosives?
I'm thinking we have
We
like
could come in through the roof.
we could have a fake place that has like a timer on it, blow like a part of the wall. It doesn't destroy maybe all the wall. People are alert over there. There seems like they're like, okay, there's a break-in. We
Destruction.
blow the roof. Same
Yes.
time, bigger explosion draws more attention. We drop down, break in. We'd have to use something to break through the bars.
Right.
Either leverage or like another explosive or a way to key, pick the lock or something like that.
Key works. Constable Fleming pulls out a key. I've taken a look at this a couple times. They still haven't changed the locks. It sounds like you have a good plan. Might I suggest you put the bombs on the main gate next to the docks? Obviously not endangering the docks, but letting the people come back into the town
Yeah.
would be a very large
Yeah, that's fun.
I know it's happened before.
Do the people at the docks have radios? That would have been cool because we could contact and say like, hey, you could get in, people could mob it. We pretend to be a different like faction trying to get the people into the city.
Maybe, but that sounds like a lot of costumes and a lot of convoluted plans.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
We also have a broadcast going on in the morning, so that could be able to get some enforcers on our side too.
Should we wait?
Point
till
is, probably waiting till morning is best.
Okay. Yeah. So we need bombs, timer, two kind of, let's just say bomb kits, and maybe a few more few if we run into trouble. Things to just blow walls or. I don't want to blow up people, but like.
Honestly, I'd probably be a fan of just taking as much as we can haul.
Okay. Take lot.
Looks like a good grocery list there, Sab.
Well, yeah. It's in his code, but yeah.
Okay, alright, fair.
It's probably enough that like he could probably reason it out.
Right.
Okay, that's what he's doing. Also, Sab's gonna talk.
Alright. Well, I suppose it's time to go nick some explosives then.
Alright.
And for that, we will end session this week. I apologize, I did want to get Anton out by the morning, but I do know that that's when the message is supposed to go off. So, sorry that your efforts were mostly...
I feel like that went in a good direction though, and I feel like that's going to bolster some of the things that are going to happen. Because suddenly there's this reveal about there's this organization, there's these people who are pulling strings. Wait a second, my boss got attacked. There's stuff. I'm going to get to save the party. This is awesome. I'm so excited.
We'll have to see. Alright, thank you for joining us, folks. We'll probably be doing this next week, right?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes, next week. See you then.